No, but you can't just say it's the goat milker out of context like that. What are you talking? I don't know what you're referring to there, but that it sounds very wrong. I'm sure it's a quote from something, but Jesus. Anyway, hi. How's it going, everybody? I hope you guys are having a very decent Sunday. That very chill one. Sonic, was that from like was that from like Sonic Boom? Because that sounds like something that would be from Sonic Boom. Holy shit. It's from Sonic. I hope it's from Sonic. So I have no idea what the context is behind that whole like Super Bowl thing. Oh, it's from one of the movies. What the fuck? Doc. I'm not gonna go into like discussion about like, you know, things that may or may not happen at the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm like, a lot of that is just, it's kind of like hearsay, and I don't know if anybody's got any actual proof about it. So at the end of the day, I think it would be very bad to like spread rumors and all of that jazz. I'm not gonna cover something like that. I don't know enough about it for there to be like an actual discussion. So I don't know. Keep that to a minimum, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just like not talk about that. So hyperfixated on Sonic saying, so it just set me off like a sleeper agent. You jump scared me. You jump scare me all the time by like throwing random crap at me. So I think it's well worth it. Anyway, so today, more than just, you know, doing the whole like, you know, sit down and chat thing, we got a mission today. It's not going to take a lot of the stream, so we're probably only going to do it for like a brief period, and then we'll like move on to something else. We have a door that we need to go and open up, so that's the plan. Before we do that, however, I just noticed I have actually not gone and Carl has brought in Snap. Hey Snap, what do you think of sports? Oh, he loves sports ball. He likes it when, you know, they take the orb and then they do the thing with it, and then everybody cheers, and then somebody does a funny dance. Yeah, he loves it. Yay. I don't know, something tells me that you're not being 100% truthful, Mr. Snapperino. Anyway. Okay, let me go and grab the magma link, just because I have not posted that yet. So give me a moment. There's the links. Heck! Sorry. There we go. Drop that in here. And also pin the thing. Alrighty. Just in case anybody wants to like join the magma and just draw a little bit. Hey baby! Hope everybody is doing well. Oh, I should say I do apologize for not doing stream yesterday. I had a kind of a family emergency kind of thing that I don't want to go into detail about because it's really heavy stuff. I will say that like I just didn't feel comfortable being on stream, one, with that kind of mood, and two, I felt more comfortable and safe being on call in the event something happened and I needed to be there. So yeah, I'm sure that's probably plenty understandable. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into like super detail about it just because it's personal for both like me and also you know, said family members. So. But I will say things are a little bit smoother today. Yeah, I can't really talk about it without like, you know, going like too much detail, and like I respect privacy. So yeah, we'll just keep that in mind. So okay, where was I? Oh, right. Okay, so I've posted the magma link and all that jazz. We're gonna we go boot up the game here. Let's do the thing. Let's boot up the game. Oh, also I need to swap out to be playing Super Chip Flake. Ooh, just so that I I'm not lying too much there. There we go. Okay, let me boot up the game. Oh, and also connect the controller just so that the game recognizes that a controller is there. We're gonna click play. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, I also I should probably jump into the voice call as well in case anyone wants to like poke me. Okay, do I got the proper mic on? Yes, I do. Very nice. Eh. All right, let me adjust the screen settings because for some reason it keeps on defaulting to full screen, and I don't understand why. There we go. Would you ever play Marvel Rivals on stream? I'm not really one for like multiplayer games personally, especially like not competitive ones, and especially not competitive ones where there's I'm on screen. I don't know. Not a gigantic fan of that idea. The thing is, like, it seems like a pretty fun thing to do, but at the exact same time, it's weird. Like, I remember I played a bunch of multiplayer experiences when I was younger. I played Halo back in the day and all that jazz. But just something about like nowadays, just I don't know, it tenses me up. Here, I need to adjust this. There we go. Turn off full screen. I will say, I like my main complaint when it comes to Super Chip Flake is that it does have some very awkward problems when it comes to the resolution staying the way that it's supposed to, and also on top of that, also like the interface has got a couple of like weird quirks to it. What about a Halo TV show watch party? No. I'm not going to ever do that. I mean, one, I'm kind of like avoiding anything connected with Microsoft and Halo if I can help it. There's like one major exception that I'm going to be making sometime in the future here, but like that's like a very remote exception, and one that like you can't even really gun for monetary wise. But on top of this, like oh man, no, I don't want to watch the Halo TV show simply because of like as a person who knows a thing or two about Halo lore, that show just like pisses me off. Seriously, good God. Like, I haven't personally watched the show, so I can't actively say whether or not like it's good or bad or anything like that. All I can say is that personally, I'm well aware of the kind of like lore that they set up for the show, and I don't like the decisions they made. Legends of the Hidden Temple watch party. I feel like that I've considered the idea of watching old Nickelodeon shows, but like one, there's no way I'm going to be able to get like high quality copies of those, and two, that is a product of its time, man. I don't know if that's like, I mean, nothing wrong with playing something that's a product of its time, but like that's like very specifically a product of its time. Oh, speaking of which, I went and I looked up What Would You Do again, and I was hit with like a massive amount of nostalgia. Holy shit. Like that show is like, I remember watching a lot of that, and I remember really enjoying it. If you didn't know, like it was hosted by Mark Summers, and it was kind of like a big old variety show with like, you know, a bunch of like little challenges that people would do. I think it was kind of neat. All right, let me transition over to the gameplay here. So, I did it. I collected everything. And I am super jazzed about that. Because, like, there really isn't any online, like, 100% walkthroughs that are currently out there at the moment. And so, like, I had to actively, like, you know, comb this entire area with a fine-tooth comb in order for me to be able to find everything. Hey, it's Dino. Hey. How's it going? Ooh, what's the good news? What's the good word? I'm curious about it. So anyway, so yeah, I finally found the record piece. And you remember when I was streaming, I was talking about the fact that, like, I was dead certain that, you know, like, one of the pieces of the record was located in that cave over there behind the waterfall. And I was sitting there like, okay, there's got... The second piece has got to be somewhere nearby, right? Because, like, the rules sort of dictate that all the pieces of the record are within the exact same area, at least. Turns out, I was on the money. The record piece was located right here on top of this rock. I believe that's where it was. It was kind of hard to see. Thanks for throwing things at me. But it's actually, like, not too hard to get over to there. All you gotta do is do a little bit of a hop and a skip and whoop. Well, you see what you what I mean. And also, you got accepted in your dream college. Mazel tov. Very nice, Dino. I'm really excited for you. Kind of happy my school has a field trip to the Motown Museum tomorrow. Rad. Holy shit. I hope you have fun there. Good God. That's freaking awesome. Okay, so we got a couple of things unlocked that I'm going to listen to and watch real quick. Just because, like, I'm never going to play this game again. At least, like, not on the stream. I might, like, do a second playthrough of it, like, somewhere else. Maybe I'll even, like, maybe I'll pick up a copy of this game on, like, Switch. Possibly. I mean, this game was kind of designed for the Switch, so, hey. I love to support the dev team, you know? New Mexico, here I come. Nice. Yeah, I know what Motown is. I just, like, I don't actively listen to it all that much. Like, we won't be here much for the next Saturday stream because I'm gonna be going to, Not a Phase. I love the terminology here. Not a Phase gay prom at the mall. Might be here, but I'll be busy. I hope you have a heck of a lot of fun there. Also, yeah, it's Valentine's Day coming up pretty soon here. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna say for the record here, just, you know, since we're talking about it, don't feel ashamed if you don't have somebody to be with on Valentine's Day. For the record here, like, there is absolutely no rules that say that you need to be with anybody. And, like, if you aren't with somebody on Valentine's Day, do me a favor. What I want you to do is I want you to do some self-care. Like, that's what I would like you to do. You know, like, take a day where you like, have a nice bath or something. Or, you know, like, especially, like, a nice bath with, like, some really good soaps. Like, you know, soap that you don't usually use. Or, like, you know, take a nice, like, cleansing shower with some very, very decent soaps as well. And then I want you to, like, I don't know, do something that, like, makes you happy. Go out to a location that, like, you are particularly a big fan of. Maybe, like, if going out's not your style, maybe consider, like, you know, staying in and watching your favorite show, or, like, playing your favorite video game, having, like, your favorite snack, or, like, preparing your favorite meal. Just, like, do something that, like, comforts you and makes you happy. Something that makes you feel all, like, warm and bubbly inside. Because, like, I know it can be really tough to be separate on a day like Valentine's Day, but just because you're not with somebody doesn't mean that like you're missing out, or that like you are like half a person, or you're not like basically you don't need a second person to define you. Like give yourself some treats and like celebrate you for who you are. I think that's like really important. I've been single for a very long time. I don't know if you can like that. Just you don't necessarily need another half, you know. Eat a lot of chocolate and binge a TV show. No. Don't eat a whole lot of chocolate today. Wait until like tomorrow when all the chocolate goes on sale, or you know the day after Valentine's Day. Then you eat the chocolate. I ordered eyeshadow palette for something special on Valentine's Day, and also I understand about self-care. I had a breakup with my ex-boyfriend last year. I'm really sorry about that. To be honest, self-care is worth it. There's plenty of time for dating, but for now, just remember to take care of yourself. Many love to everyone. I want to give you all like, well, okay, the most non-parasocial hug I can possibly give you. Alrighty. Anyway, want to listen to, you know, some music. So I was very curious, like, what the heck is that last track? And like, why would it be so difficult to get to and also so like obscure to get? Well, turns out is the like Chip Flake theme for this game, but with lyrics.
He's walking, holding stuff, bringing them from A to B. He's jumping with the stuff.
This is so like unashamedly jump up superstar from Super Mario Odyssey, and I don't care.
Find the 5 ingredients to make the perfect schnitzel, yeah. It takes some bold experience to find wax up, oil, lemon, cornflakes, and love. He's merging all the stuff because, well, he just can. He's golfing, gaming, delivering pizza, searching for a key and find your love. Find the 5 ingredients to make the perfect schnitzel, yeah. It takes some bold experience to find wax up, oil, lemon, cornflakes, and love. Wax up, oil, lemon, cornflakes, and love.
I love it. It's freaking great. What is this called? It is called Chip Flake, but with lyrics. I mean, that's what it's called in the game. But like, it's also like the Super Chip Flake ooh like theme, or like, you know. I know it's in the trailer. I know there's some like there is some Chip Flake music that is available on Spotify apparently. Somebody in the chat was mentioning that. So, I don't know. Look up Chip Flake music. Maybe you will find it. Now, speaking of stuff that I have unlocked, let's go over to Salsa Shark Studios. Over that direction. Good Lord, Chip Flake Gonium. There we go. Hey! Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Okay. Here we be. And I believe there were a couple of movies that I didn't end up seeing, and I don't remember most of them. Want to watch some flicks? I'm trying to remember which ones we've seen and which ones we haven't. If my memory serves me right, I think it's this one. This one I don't think we saw. So let's watch it. Be annoying. Wee. There you go. Kill me. Kill me. Beg for food. Wake up, human. Wake up. Take your food and shut up. God, Chipluck is such a weird little cryptid. A cryptid, rather. Feed me more. Aw. Finn does that exact same thing. Like, head, face, directly in glass. Bird. No. Lick. Ah, time to clean. Nom nom. Oh, we're gonna be doing this for several hours. Oh, wait. Brain cell just intercepted something. Oh, wait, nope. False alarm. Oh, God, this just makes me want to go hug one of my parents' cats. Hello. No work. Only pet. No. Only thing you can do with cats. Redirection. That's it. Yep. Yep. You're not working right now. Loaf. Yeah. Perfect loaf. Sleep again. Maybe if you, like, you know, didn't sleep so much during the day, you wouldn't be awake during the night. Piece of garbage. My cat has such a cute loaf. Oh, I know. Oh, my dad just recently sent me a picture of oh, what? But hold on a second. All right. So while we're doing the whole like, oh, show, you know, talking about cats, showing stuff up about cats, I gotta find the one picture he just sent. Oh my gosh. Okay. Download. I give me a sec. I have to send it over to like my Also, let me crop it real quick just because the cropping could be better. Okay, there we go. The key to a good picture is good cropping, let me say. There we go. That's what makes that's what takes a picture and elevates it from, like, you know, just being a picture that you happen to, like, just take one time to a work of art. What do you think of when they sit like a turkey? Oh, they're freaking cute. Oh, you sent the loaf in the Discord? Well, am I allowed to, like, you know, show it on screen? Bought something fancy for the first time, and good lord, it feels weird. Hello, Farrell. How's it going? How's the lesbianing? All right, I gotta send this via... You know, I'll just send it via the Floof Zone. Oh! Oh my gosh, it reminds me of Simon. Oh. Oh, very cute. Very cute, F-Bag. I'll show that in just a second. And here, I'm just gonna post this over to the Floof Zone. Screw it. Why not? So people watching the stream right now can, Oh, you're seeing your fiance tomorrow. Nice. Oh, what a goober. So many like red point goobers. All right, let me jump over to their cat stream. Okay, save image. Do 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 do. Oh wait. Save. POV sitting in the corner and not owning a cat. Oh, I ate too much. Ugh. Mood. Been there. POV in the other corner, allergic to cats. Fun fact. I'm allergic to cats. However, I like... Okay, here we go. Oh, dear, that's... Okay, I can't show all these pictures. There's so many freaking... Okay. No, like, I am actually allergic to cats. However, okay, one, actually, I am significantly less allergic to cats, nowadays than I was back in the day. Actually, like, I've gotten a lot better about that. It's weird. Allergies can, like, they can ebb and flow to a certain extent. Like, 1 minute, you could just have absolutely the worst allergies that you, like, have ever had in your life. And then, like, a decade later, the thing doesn't even affect you. And maybe it's just, like, you know, exposure therapy or something. Because, like, you know, then my family ended up growing up with cats a little bit later on down the line. And I actually, like, I'm pretty much fine with cats now. And now I'm worried because, like, I'm kind of, like, without cats to a certain extent. So I'm worried that, like, one of these days that I'm gonna, like, suddenly no longer be, like, immune to cat allergies. I don't know. Anyway, so here we got Dino's cat. Ow, thank you very much for that. Draw girl just like tossing apples on the side. My friend's cat cuddled onto my lap last week, and that led to an itchy, swollen eye the next day. Ooh. Yeah, yikes. Okay, here's Dino's. Loaf is adorable. There we go. Look at this freaking goober. Look at this, like, sleepy bubkish. I like him. Aw. Very tired. Here, let me go, Oh. Oh, okay, that's got, like, a picture of a patio. I don't want to show that. No patios in here. Let's just go ahead and grab that. I'll grab a picture of the loaf. And then I will call that. There we go. Wah. Ow! Baby! Come on now! Good lord. You and Nova conspiring. Anyway, they look so, like, upset. Just like, don't take a picture of me. Don't do it. I see you over there with your phone. Freaking cute. Oh, jeez. Now Spooky is jumping on the bandwagon of posting pictures of cats and whatnot. All right. Let's go and take a look at Ev Bays for a baby. And might I say, aesthetic frickin' picture right there. Holy shit. Woof. I mean, meow. Because cat. Oh my gosh. I love phones. Like, I love phones with, like, you know, big ol' sensors on them. Because, like, it allows you to take such like high detail pictures of cats. That is like pristine loaf though. Like absolute loaf territory. Ah, very cool. And now let me show you like this picture that my dad took this morning, and my God, majestic. And he's sitting on laundry. Anyway, look at this guy. Oh my gosh. That's Kylo, and he is like, he is a mix between like a house cat and a like a house tabby and a frickin' Maine Coon. Yeah, look at him. Like, man, he posing. He doing some heckin' posing right there. Good boy. Best boy. Okay if I send my cat photos through Tumblr. If you want to. I'm probably not going to be looking at Tumblr right now, though. Just so you know. Alright, wiping that clean. Very cute. Okay. I've looked at a heck of a lot of, like, cat pictures here. Let's, like, move back over to, you know, star of cat situation here. Chip Flake. And, so there was one particular, like, really difficult film reel that you couldn't get without having, like, the fan item on you at the exact same time. And this was the video, and it's actually one of my favorite freaking videos of Chips. Here, let's watch it. Long boy. Pepsi. Very subtle. Buy merch. Oh god, this cursed timeline. Schnitzel. Oh, Schnitzel. Yay. That looked like it was like specially edited for the game, actually. That was kind of funny. Chip is German? If I remember correctly, I think they are British and they're currently living in Germany. If my memory serves me correctly. I think that's what it is. But yeah. Can we watch it again? Yes. Look at him go. That's me. So much schnitzel. Yeah, buy merch. Buy merch. Go buy shirt. I saw a file on there that said Tylenol. I'm gonna have to go back into there later. Just be like, what is your names? What is your file names? Spy, inspect. Whack. There we go. They moved to Germany to be with their boyfriend, from what I have seen so far in their videos. Gotcha. Also, Dino is heading out. Well, it's nice eating everyone. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you for showing off, Cat. I appreciate it. That was fun. Okay, but we are here to do one particular task. There's a reason why I 100%ed this game. One, I have problems. Two, there was one thing that was just sitting in the back of my mind and I couldn't, like, shut it off. And it was this door right here. This very ominous door. Ah, Pierce is here. Hello. We must open it. Ah! Hi, Phoenix. Thank you. Hi, Bit. Howdy, Pierce. Anyway, the way we open this thing up, 100% game, 100%ing the game. And if you 100% the game, let me go find the door. I think it's located somewhere close by to where Salsa Shark Studios is. Kind of running everywhere except Salsa Shark Studios. There it is. There it is. The Ice Cave. What game is this? This is Super Chip Flake Ooh. And it is a 3D platformer that is very reminiscent of a bunch of other games. So, you know. What the fuck was that? Was that the game? Did somebody play a sound effect? Huh? What the shit? That scared me too. I'm just like, huh? Curse? Anyway. They they wear their inspiration on their sleeves, so to speak. That's the banjo alarm. It goes off whenever a game takes influence from Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, Jesus, Maple, that was you? God damn it! Why must you do this? Thank you, though. Hi, how you doing? No. It goes a little bit further than that, Pierce. You know, somewhat subtle, you know. Anyway, so there's an ice cold cave sitting in here. Oh, Susix is here. Currently playing Twilight Princess HD, getting to the first dungeon after 3 in-game hours of playtime. You know, funny you mentioned that. Got a friend who's currently doing a bunch of, like, you know, emulating and whatnot, and I believe they were playing Twilight Princess on emulator recently. Anyway. Ice Key! What a frickin' reference. If you don't know what this reference is, there was a mechanic in the original Banjo-Kazooie, and it was called Stop and Swap. And so the idea was, and this was a really cool concept, in Banjo-Kazooie, you could find a bunch of, like, specific little items all throughout the game. And it was, like, I think there was, like, a key, and there's also some, like, eggs that you could find, sitting around in places. But I think it was only specific special versions of the game. Or maybe somebody like got into the debug menu. I'm not 110% certain about how you got about doing it. But yeah, Rare actually baked in a bunch of like these little trinkets that you could collect. But the thing is, they didn't do anything right away. The trick was, the Nintendo 64 had this little feature, I'll say. I guess it had a feature in RAM where if you pull the cartridge out of the console for about, I want to say 10 seconds, it would hold like this specific string of data in the RAM for like a brief period of time. And then if you take another cartridge and pop it in, from a different game, and if you press the reset button, that data actually does travel over to the other cartridge, which was really neat, like, as an idea. The problem is, while Rare wanted to try and do this, but unfortunately, Nintendo actually changed the way their RAM buffer worked in the Nintendo 64 with, like, later revisions of the console, making it so that instead of it being 10 seconds of held memory, it was only 1 second. Meaning that something like Stop and Swap was suddenly no longer possible, basically. Like, you'd have to be, like, stupidly quick. Like, quick reload on those cartridges in order to make it happen. So, unfortunately, yeah, that feature kind of died. So instead, they just decided to add, like, the Ice Key and the Stop and Swap eggs like as their own individual collectibles in Banjo-Tooie, so that like you could still technically do the Stop and Swap, just you couldn't do it like properly. But they actually decided to put it like officially as a feature in the Xbox Live versions of Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie when they released it on the virtual market, and I think that was really freaking cool. But anyway, yeah, that's your history lesson for the day. So this key, it holds a lot of mystery and secret. Oh, Nova's taking off. Okay. The glitching hurts my head. Oh, sorry to hear that, Nova. But thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate it. Cheat now! You can see a nice ice key, which you can have for free! Anyway. Time to finally grab it. Yay. I got it. Let's go, guys. Time to take the trip across the land and drop this off in the door, and we will finally get to see what is beyond the other side. What could it be? This had better be something like that blows my pants off. Or at like the absolute minimum, this had better be something heinous that like, you know, gets me canceled on Twitch. This better be something TOS, something awful. Like I hope this opens up demons to the nether realm that I will never be able to cork. All right. Now I'm trying to recall. Where the heck was that door? I believe it was somewhere this direction, but I could be wrong. Yeah, whatever. I'm not in any hurry to, like, you know, get this thing plugged in. I feel like it was, like, somewhere close by to where the Salsa Shark Arrow was. Didn't the devs make another game called Yooka-Laylee? They did. And that is a very tragic story. There's actually still a use for Stop and Swap. It's used in Paper Mario speedruns. Oh, interesting. Wow. That's an unfortunate side effect. Freaking awesome. Anyway, so yeah, Yooka-Laylee. I remember that was a Kickstarted game, and they were advertising like, yo, it's the original Banjo-Kazooie devs. They're getting back together under the name Playtonic Games, and they're gonna be doing like a new game that's basically a Banjo game. It's like a spiritual sequel that like they wouldn't have been able to make until now, and like people were really excited about it, including me. I was really hyped. Unfortunately, development went on for a really long time, and it seemed like they reiterated and changed things a lot over the course of them making the game. And then it finally came out, and unfortunately, it wasn't great. Mechanically, it really didn't feel like Banjo-Kazooie. It felt like they were trying to do it their own thing, except... well, it's like they were trying to modernize the concepts for Banjo-Kazooie into, like, a more modern engine. But the problem is, they really went at it in the wrong ways. Like, it didn't feel like a Banjo game. You know, like, mechanically, it was just all kinds of off. It had all of, like, the elements, like, the collectathon stuff, and also, you know, the lizard and bat, which are a good replacement for Banjo and Kazooie. But, like, you know, and they threw in their own, like, unique moves, so they weren't, like, specifically just Banjo-Kazooie clones. Hey, you know, I'm all for that. That's fine. But, like, you know, it from my experience of playing the game, it felt like Yooka-Laylee, they put all of the work and the effort into the first level, and then they just ran out of ideas. That's kind of how I feel with the game, you know? It felt like they started with a really cool concept, and then like they either ran out of money, or they just ran out of steam, and or they were on like a time crunch to get it done before their new parent company, who was oh, by the way, apparently the money that they used to create Yooka-Laylee wasn't enough, so they did have to go and get publishing through what was the what's the company? I'm trying to remember. They make worms. That one. Level 7 or whatever the frig. Anyway, they had to get publishing through them in order for them to be able to properly make the game happen. And yeah, it wasn't great. Now I know they have just recently released Yooka-Replayly, which is an overhaul on a bunch of the mechanics. They've added new collectibles. They've rebalanced everything. And in general, they've given you a lot more things to do, which is cool. But I'm holding off on playing that game for now, just because I'm a tad bit concerned with the Playtonic Games folks, because they just recently did a thing on their social media where they used not AI generated stuff, but they did use like AI tools to make a really cheap looking advertisement for something Yooka-Laylee related. Not a fan of that. And it does it gives me the ick, and it also kind of makes me intimidated to get anything from. I'm waiting patiently to see if they decide to do anything like that in the future. If they're smart, like they need to see the writing on the wall, and they need to be like, okay, new rule across the entirety of the studio: no AI bullshit. I hope so. I hope that's what they do. Kickstarter games can be good. They can. But a lot of people push the idea that they have, they got a great team for a project. But just because you can advertise yourself properly doesn't mean you can actually do the job. That's the unfortunate thing with Kickstarter. So, let's see what the heck's behind this door. Again, this had better, like, blow my socks off. If it doesn't, I'm going to be super disappointed. Oh boy. It's the Void. I knew it. No. What could it be? Is it going to be developer commentary? Is it going to be a cake celebrating my victory? Is it going to be a fart? Hi, Maple.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm making a thing.
Ooh. Very curious. Am I allowed to know what this thing is?
About I don't want to say a week, but this upcoming weekend.
Oh, okay. I see. Gotcha. Makes sense. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Anyway, by the way, we're playing Super Chip Flake Ooh. Have you watched any Chip Flake stuff?
I have heard of I have actually watched Chip Flake before. I haven't watched him in years, though. But I did heard you made a game.
Yeah. I'm playing it. I 100%ed it.
Let's go.
Yeah. And I'm currently standing in front of this ice door. And we're about to see what, 100%ing the game gets you.
The door.
God. The door. All right, let's do it. Let's walk through and see what happens. What? New realm. What is this? What's in here? Hi. Congratulations on completing the game. We hope you enjoyed the journey. This place is pretty special to us. It's where the whole game you just played found its origin. Oh. My friends will give you a quick tour and tell you how the game came to be. Yay! So it is kind of like director commentary. Yippee! It looks very... hi. You fight Rob from accounting as the final boss. Interesting. There's a recycle thing here. Can I go in here? Nope. They'd lock me. Our game was simple in the beginning. You collected Popsy bottles and delivered them to the Fandotomat. What the fuck? For every collected bottle, Chip Flake grew a bit longer, which made moving around harder. It was a simple but fun game. We experimented more and more and put a normal, walkable character in this area. Felt great. We tried out different mini-games, now with the new character controller. Many of these games are also in the final version of Super Chip Flake Ooh! But back then, it was more like a minigame collection with small areas to walk around in. Oh, the scope of this game got real huge. Ow. It's the Insomniac Museum. Can't enter any of these doors. What the heck? We always wanted to create a game for the current low-end console with the highest possible resolution and frame rate. At one point in the development of this game, we tested out a big area instead of many small ones. Other games struggled to keep a good resolution and frame rate, so our mission was to prove that it's possible to do this on low-end hardware. Yeah, this project is too big for us. What's this? What is this? What's this recycle machine? Do you want to play the prototype of the game we tried to develop before we started to work on Super Chip Flake? Yes, absolutely. What the heck? Popsy! Trans!
Long boy!
Long boy! Also, I love how, like, the money is in euros. No, again, how do we do? How do I do thing? Can I jump? Am I allowed to? This is clearly Snake. Okay. How do I get the thing? Am I supposed to get... Hold on. Prototype? Yes. Can I walk into the machine? No. This game sucks. 0 out of 10. No Popsy. Oh, I hit the door. Am I allowed to jump? What do I... Hold on a second. Maybe I gotta, like... Oh. Perhaps I gotta, like, walk up the stairs. I like it. Long boy. Oh, yeah, I can walk up the stairs. Okay. Oh, oops. My guess is I need to fall on the Peepsy. Oh, I got it. Oh, he getting longer. Get it.
Escrow the Menace.
Long. Yeah. Oh, he glide. That's weird. Oh, X3. Well, this is a very dry minigame, I'll say. I feel so involved. I got such a special thing. just for finishing this finishing this game 100%. Oh, dang it. I ran it. Man. Yeah, running into the wall is kind of obnoxious. Yeah. Okay. That's weird. Our team is very small. 2 people worked full-time on this game, and it grew bigger and bigger. We were afraid that players would be disappointed if there was too little content in the game, so we added stuff. And more. And more. The development took over a year longer than expected. We have far exceeded our budget. In other words, if this game doesn't do well, then this will be our last game. It's the reality of our business. Good thing is our company is very small, so even a small success could keep us afloat. So, who knows? If you read this, we're hopefully hard at work on a new game. And if not, we'll forever be proud what we could achieve as a small indie game development team. Go buy this game! Go purchase! It's about $20. Give the money. Alright. Let's see, what else do we have around here? Anything? Have they hidden something out of bounds? Something I could possibly find. I think it'd be great if there was some, like, Stanley Parable level hidden thing here. Dang it. I don't think so. Oh, this was a fun little extra. Oh, hold on a second. So that's where I came in. Oh, I can't go in here. Okay. Ah, dang it. Well, what the heck was I expecting? I was kind of expecting, like, you know, just a funny little trophy that just said, "You did it!" And then that's it. So, you know. At least I got a mini game. And one that, like, very few people will actually be able to play. So, hey, I'm fine with this. Goat Herder 64. I can tell the scope of this went, like, kind of wild. I wonder what is, like, ultimately what is keeping them, like, a business or a company. Like, how quickly do these funds need to get to them in order for them to continue on their journey as developers? Like, does it need to happen right away, or is this something that they could, like, you know, put on ice for a little while? Support indie devs. Absolutely. The way I see it, you can either buy a super expensive $80 game that's filled and riddled with bugs that was made by a bunch of, like, very sweaty and tired developers that were crunched to hell, and all that money could be funneled up to a CEO that's probably doing the worst things that humanity could possibly imagine. Or you could spend your money on a funny little indie dev group that, like, just wanted to make a silly video game about a cat that wanted to go get schnitzel. I prefer the second option, honestly. That sounds like somebody that I want to hand my money off to. Oh, dev rooms in video games are really fun, yeah. I remember the dev room in frickin' Wandersong, and that was, like, so strange. But so neat. It was just, like, very, very quiet, and it just had all of the devs just standing in a row, ready to have a conversation with you. It's nice and humbling to get to actually, like, talk and communicate with the people that make the game. I like the Naruto run too. Look at him go. Inyum. Yeah. Like I said, if I got some spare cash sitting... Oh, meow. If I got some spare cash lying around, I might get the Switch port. Because, like, why the heck not? It was designed for the Switch. Does the Naruto Run actually make you run faster, or is it just to look... No, it makes... So, this is the standard speed. It takes you 20 years to get anywhere in this game if you're running at regular speed. When you press the speed button, you go neum, and also, yeah, whoosh.
He's fucking Naruto running.
Also, here's another fun thing. With the physics, if you hit a slope, if you hit a slope just right, whoop, you go sky high. It's actually like really satisfying. And also, you have other tools in your arsenal, including grapple hook. No. Honestly, this is like fun little mechanics that I'd like to see like mods done for. You know what I mean? I'm gonna launch off the side. Hup. Ow. Hup. Dang it. Dead. Chip is dead. Give me pizza. Now you're pretty good. I could use some more free labor if you're interested. No. Get out of here. Our Naruto runs will block out the sun. I still want to know what this portal's all about. Is this where, like, the ghost buses come from? Anyway, not much else I could possibly do with this. Anyway, I'm gonna repeat. If this game looks heckin' fun to you, I recommend picking it up. And hey, if enough people pick up this game, like, there is a chance that some extra DLC might come out for this game later. Maybe. I might be playing a little bit more of it then. Here, specifically, there's like 2 NPCs that are currently sitting up here. A long time ago, the entrance to the forest was open. I can remember running around in a strangely empty forest. It felt unfinished. Maybe the entrance will open again someday, but I guess it depends on how many people actually care about our little schland. And there's the thing that's like, you know... Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. It's the thing talking about the ice key. I hate keys. And yeah, for those of you who have not, like, watched me play the game, who have not heard some of the jokes in the game, I'm not going to spoil any of them. Because, like, the gameplay is just, like... The gameplay is fun. The icing on the cake is definitely, like, you know, the whole, the comedy. Here we go. I'm going to quit out of the game. Very neato. Turn off my controller just so it's not burning battery. Oh, I see drawings are currently happening over in the magma. Here. Why not I go and poke you guys? What's going on here? Ooh. Oh, I feel like I recognize this character. Who is this?
Pop here.
Pop Piran? Oh. Oh.
I think it's Spooky. Yep.
It's a bird.
Very nice. Oh,
Hey, that's
nice.
Spooky's son. Spooky also wanted me to tell you that they say hello.
Hello, Spook. What is this? This is Snatcher. Snatcher loves his personal space. This is Barnaby. Barnaby also loves Snatcher's personal space. Oh. Ow, ow, that's my beard. That's my freaking beard. Why are you pulling my beard? Oh, because not that long ago you slammed me into a wall. You were hovering close to me. Now let go. Ah, good. He's not doing anything. Again, the way that Cass draws like goobers just makes me happy. There's Spooky Blooky. Hello.
So cute.
Also,
I like-
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna DM you real quick. I'm gonna give you a little teaser of what I'm working on.
Okay. I'm going to make the assumption like this is like no show. Oh. Oh, ooh. Who could this be? I wonder. Hmm. Having a big old think about this one. I think I know what this is. Possibly. Or I could be entirely wrong. I don't know. I will make no guesses, though. Very cute looking so far. Hey. Oh, what the... Pierce, what the heck did you post over in the memes section? What is this? Oh, it's cursed. It's weird. I don't know if I like it. Maybe I like it. I think I like it. Maybe. Give me a moment. I'll show it to the crowd here. There we go. Breath of the Wild Marshu. This is weird. He's not supposed to be alive. He exists on the CDI and nothing else. Lamp oil. Rope? Bombs? God, wouldn't it be funny if, like, Nintendo ever acknowledged the CDI games, like, officially? Don't they have, like, they must have the legal flexibility to do that, right? Like, it's Zelda. Yeah, I'd like to think they could do that for the Zelda. Come back when you're a little... Oh, I should probably swap the category
Excuse me.
around. Hold on a second. There we go. Eiji Aonuma had to be reminded what the CDI games were in an interview. I think he tries not to think about them. You know, fair. Absolutely fair. Oh, man. I don't know. Like, they've got, like, a weird cult following. I feel like it'd be worth it for them to maybe mention it once or twice. Have a lore guy on hand just to, like, mention when it might be a good time to say something about them. Maybe. There we go. By the way, here, wanted to talk about this while I'm on stream today. I just need to go and grab a picture real quick. There we go. I wanted to inform you guys on a little bit of a change that I want to do for the schedule for next week. I don't know if those really fit in the Zelda franchise. Okay, hold on a second. Let's have a conversation. All right. As cursed as I said it was, I think you could pull it off. Like, I think it could. Like, dude, like, Legend of Zelda does have quirky and weird freaking characters. I think you could make this work. I don't know. I think that's quitters talk, I feel. I think Anuma needs to, like, think a little harder on that one. I don't know, make the fans happy. Do something goofy. Why not? Anyway. The guy who approved 3 games starring Tingle. Right! You're gonna let Tingle have so many freaking games, and yet you're not gonna let Morshu come back, like, once? Dude. Like, Morshu is on the exact same, like... I mean, if not, he might be more popular than, like, freaking Beetle at this point. Come on, man, bring him back. Tingle dating sim when? No! I refuse this. No. There are a lot of things that I give thumbs up for, but that's not one of them. No. Alright, so yeah, a little bit of a change that I want to do for the schedule for next week. So, I was originally planning on starting a playthrough of Sonic Frontiers, and I still intend to do so. However, I actually think I'm going to push that back a little ways for now. I mean, you know, I've got the game. It's been cracked. Like, we're pretty much ready to go at any point in time, so no worries about that. But the reason why I want to, like, you know, push it back for now is because a different game is on the horizon. And that game is this. And how many people remember Little Gator Game? God, I hope you guys remember Little Gator Game. If you don't, I need to crash course for you.
I don't, but it looks cute.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No pressure. He's cool. No, funny enough,
Pressure.
Little Gator Game was actually a game that was funded and supported by Playtonic. The folks that made Yooka-Laylee. Those guys.
Oh.
That's kind of interesting. Like, this is a different studio, but, like, Playtonic was like, hey, you want money? Here you go. So, Little Gator Game, I played it a while back on the stream, and the concept of it is, you are quite literally a little gator. This one, in fact. You know, the one right up front here. And the idea of the game is, it's him or them. I don't know what their gender is. Anyway, them and their group of, like, friends, and they're all like, they all run around and they play pretend in the forest, and they basically make up their own Legend of Zelda style adventures. And like they actively, like, papercraft and, like, cardboard cut out a whole bunch of, like, big monsters and stuff, and they set them up in the woods, and, like, you run around the woods and you, like, slice them with your sword, and, like, you pretend to go on this grandiose, like, you know, Zelda Save the Kingdom kind of game, like, adventure. And it's wholesome as heck, and I love it very much. Well, there's a DLC coming out. It's Little Gator Game, except it's happening in caves. And I am super hyped for the DLC, and I really want to play it. And it comes out in, like, 5 days. Actually, no, I think it's 4 days. It comes out on Thursday. I want to play this. Problem is, it doesn't line up with my Wednesday schedule. So, this week, we are, instead of having a stream on Wednesday, we're going to have it on Thursday. just so that we can experience Little Gator game when it immediately comes out. Because I want this. I want to play this so bad. That Little Gator game is one of those things that I'm like, oh man, I want more. Why do you have to cut off at like just this small amount? I want more Little Gator game. So, now that we're getting more Little Gator game, I'm opening up my schedule and I am making an I am making an exception for it. So yeah, I expect the streams to be shifted a little bit this week. We're going to be doing it on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's planned. I'm excited about that. Here's a question. Speaking of games, Mipple, what have you been playing as of recently?
I'm gonna sound cringe with this, but the recent game I played was Pressure.
Nah, you're good. Like, you like Pressure, and that
That
makes
in VR
sense.
chat. It's spooky at the point, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Man, VR chat. I forget. I think I saw something about VR chat recently that I saw and went, ooh. What was that? Did they just do like a recent update? I'm gonna check their social media.
I'm trying to get the urge not to show you the full progress so far, because this is meant to be a present.
Oh, how nice. Thank you in advance. I'm sure it'll be great. Let me see.
If I'm proud of how it looks so far, I have a feeling that you actually might be liking it.
Hey.
As,
Yeah.
as,
Is this going to
As
be
weird
like
as it
a
sounds, I'm
VR
actually
chat avatar,
really
or
proud
is it
of.
like, you know?
maybe.
Ooh, hey,
Well,
very nice.
that and something for you to have if you want a file for it.
We'll see.
Just for anything for if you want to like make a 3D print, like a print art for it or something like that.
Hmm. Oh man, it's been a long time since I've done like 3D printing. Good lord. I was like real hot on that subject and then just all done. Indiana Morshoe animation is hilarious. What? I'm sorry. Indiana Morshoe? Are you talking like Indiana Jones? You're concerning me. What? I don't know if I can. Popcorn Bucket was already. Wait, actually, my first 3D print project. Nice. I saw that you can 3D print a popcorn bucket for Iron Lung.
Yeah. Speaking of, yeah, spooky, and I saw that yesterday. I'm not gonna spoil it though, but it is very big. I suggest if you're a sucker for story, I suggest seeing it.
Oh heck yeah! 3 cheers to Marky Moo. Alright.
Freaking Hollywood though, they definitely did him dirty. Like he's deserved to have his fucking movie back on the board.
It's just like, what's that? It took you like $50 billion to make your movie. $3 million. Fuck you. No, I like that. I feel like I talked about this on a previous stream. I feel like the thing that Mark has done is basically opened the doors to very similar movies. Like I'm expecting we're gonna get a rush of this kind of stuff. Like, you know, YouTubers that are given a budget to make Hollywood films. Like that's what I think is about to happen. So unfortunately, that's going to mean copycats for good or for bad. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. 8 years since I did any 3D printing stuff. I should mess with it again. Oh, I only just found out about this recently. Did you know that 3D printer filament can go bad?
I did not know that.
I only just recently learned about that. If you let it sit for too long in, like, you know, dry environment, which that's what you're supposed to do, it becomes really brittle and it no longer bends properly to feed properly into the machine.
Ew.
And it doesn't melt the same. So, that's great to know, considering I have that giant box of filament sitting in the back. Like, kind of wish somebody told me about that. Oh well. If I need to print something, hopefully I will still have workable filament.
Sorry if you hear me cough. The project I'm working on, I have to click Alt to.
The what now?
The project I'm working on, I had to like click Alt to like select a few lines, and I have push to talk on it. And it's on my Alt key.
Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. Wish I could 3D print hair toys, but the plastic catches on my hair when I tried. Maybe I'm not finishing them right. Yeah, good question. So, I've looked at, like, a couple of, different... So, like, you know, I don't make, like, you know, hair accessories or anything like that. But, like, man, trying to make anything that's got that kind of precision on it, though, ooh, that'd be kind of tough. There we go. Man, what else has been going on as of recently? Well, I should say, what's been going on recently that's been fun? Let's put that qualifier in there. Let me check my games real quick. Oh yeah, so like the update to Terraria happened not too long ago. That was interesting. And I have...
Yeah, I heard they had a big update.
Well, this is the final update. We'll never update again. Hey guys, we got an update. It's like they can't stop. It's interesting. Like, there's a lot of really cool quality of life stuff. All the NPCs have their own portraits now, like when you talk to them. All the bosses have their own individual boss themes now. They have reworked the way that banners work. So you no longer have to store all of your banners in like random freaking chests. You can now just hold on to them indefinitely in like a separate menu. Which is really freaking nice. Terraria stream? Probably not me. I'm not really interested in diving back into Terraria on my own time. That being said, however, I did just recently have a stream with Synth where we got really bored and we decided to just dive into Terraria. So there's no guarantee that we're gonna end up doing Terraria again, but maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Whenever I'm doing any sort of collaboration or like guest streaming on Synth's channel, like I send you guys notifications via the Discord, so you know you'll know when I'm there. Mario 64 co-op continues to be amazing. You can play as Hat Kid with her full Hat in Time moveset. Radical. Ooh. Now you can actually, like, you know, get full use out of the Hat Kid Virtual 64 model. DK with his DK Bonanza moveset. Oh, that's fun. I'm currently looking into some mods for Banjo-Kazooie. I'll just go ahead and spoil. I mean, I literally spoiled when we were... I spoiled it over in the Discord recently that I'm planning on doing this, so, you know, it's not exactly a shock. But, the new Banjo recompilation mod has, or like, you know, the recompilation project has basically made it very possible and very easy to just load mods into Banjo-Kazooie now, so I kind of want to take a look at a bunch of the really famous ones that are out, including Banjo-Kazooie: The Jiggies of Time, which is Banjo-Kazooie, except they're running around through Hyrule, which is really cool. And then the one I'm really excited about is BK Nostalgia 64, which is you're playing Banjo-Kazooie, except it's a bunch of nostalgic stuff from all over the N64 era. I'm a nerd out on that one, I swear. There's a WarioWare mode for Mario 64? What? For Mario 64, yes. That's insane. Jesus. I love modders. I love people that, like, you know, mess around with my childhood in the best ways possible. It's like having an extra little slice of your childhood, you know what I mean? Like... let's see. What other recent news have I seen? Scrolling through a couple of my, like, you know, recent social media posts just to see if there's anything that, like, clicks. Oh, yeah. I saw an interesting article the other day. It was talking about how apparently they're going to allow NASA astronauts to bring iPhones to space. First of all, I didn't know that was a thing that they didn't allow you to do. I was just like, what? Why? Why not? Just let them take a smartphone to space. Like, what? I mean, you know, it's not like it's going to get any reception anyway. What is it going to interfere with the machines inside of the capsule? Like, what are we going on about? Apparently, like, NASA is just really, really litigious about what they allow you to bring into space. And especially, they only allow certain things to be, like, brought to the moon. Okay. I guess that makes sense. To an extent. Astromezy Poet, why is Bits angry? I mean, I get angry sometimes. I'm allowed to be upset. But hello, I hope you're having a very lovely day. Anyway, so, yeah, I guess it's just kind of cool that, yeah, like, astronauts are basically going to get the ability to bring, smartphones into space, and that will allow them to take, like, really super high quality pictures using iPhones. Like, you know, I mean, you know, smartphones are kind of the easy way to take pictures nowadays. Like, you can bring a full-fledged, like, you know, Canon or something like that, but at the end of the day, like, which one would you prefer? Would you prefer the bulky freaking camera, or do you want to have, like, just a funny smartphone that you can go click? I'll go with the second one. I don't know. Also, one other thing that I thought about, how are they going to work the touchscreen? They're in spacesuits. Do touchscreens even work in space? Have we figured this out? I'm not entirely sure. I assume that they didn't want extra power being used or charging the phones, maybe. If they don't have the battery power to charge a freaking iPhone, I'm concerned. My day started at 6 a.m. Still hope your day was good. Really am thinking about getting a Fuji camera as they look amazing. Been a while since I've thought about, like, you know, properly buying an actual camera. Because, like, I'll be real. I'm holding my phone right now. You can't see it, but I'm holding my phone. This thing has basically done everything I needed to do and then some. Like, I guess, like, the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, I'm not really. I mean, it's not like I don't want to be a filmmaker in some capacity, but it's like, you can get a lot of stuff done with a cell phone. I don't know. It's like I'm not super in the mood to have like super high quality zoomed in pictures of birds, which is kind of the best use for one of those pictures. Or for one of those cameras, I should say. Sega Gaga is finally getting a fan translation. I am really excited for that. I hope I pronounced that properly. Did I say it properly? Sega Gaga? Sega Gaga? Anyway, I've never heard of this. You did? Ooh, nice. I've never heard of it. Old Now Nyazet Clouds. That's kind of the opposite. Like, I'm actively saying the new stuff is better. 100% if I'm a good photographer that I can do great things with phones, but I was hoping getting a camera would make my skill better. The hardware is only like part of the story. Like, if you don't know if you don't know the intricacies of like photography, and if you don't know how to like properly light a subject, where to, you know, at what times would be the best time to photograph somewhere, and the details about like, you know, shutter and all of that kind of thing, exposure. Like, if you know about all those details, then that'll help you out considerably. But like, there's not a whole lot a really fancy schmancy expensive computer is gonna help, or like camera rather. There's nothing a super fancy schmancy camera is gonna help you with that. Like, I would recommend. So personally, I would recommend getting your hands on like a really nice cell phone myself, and then get an app that like lets you do fine tuning on it if your phone doesn't just automatically allow you to do that. So you can, like, you know, adjust the shutter speed and stuff similar to that on the fly. That might help you learn a thing or two about working with cameras like that. And if you're still, after that, if that camera is not doing what you want it to do, then I would say maybe it's a good time to like jump to having like a full-fledged actual camera, you know what I mean? I have a Google Pixel, so camera's top notch. I agree. Those cameras are really good. Oh yeah, Google Pixel takes like awesome freaking pictures. And also Nova, the ending. It was a developer room where you got to see one of the first projects that they worked on for Chipflake. So just a heads up on that. The premise is that the Dreamcast is failing and the PS2 is set to launch in 1 year. In their desperation, Sega has hired you to run the company. It's your job to save the company. Interesting. All right. And this is a thing that came out on console? It's freaking funny. Sounds amazing but stressful. Real game that Sega made, it is hilarious. That's very weird. You know what? I don't know why, but something just came to mind when you were talking about that. Maybe it's just like the brand centricness of it all. But that reminded me of the Toyota Yaris game. Does anybody even know what that is?
I'm not sure if I have heard of it before.
I'd understand if you didn't. It's very freaking obscure. There was a game on the Xbox Live Arcade back in like the 360 era. For some reason, is it like the Honda Aztec? For some reason, Toyota was just like, how do we advertise the Toyota Yaris? And they're like, I know, video game. And then they made a video game about the Toyota Yaris. But like, you would think that a video game based on cars would be a racing game or something, correct? No.
It's not?
It's not. Instead, the video game involves like you basically going through this weird like half pipe looking thing that looks very similar to like, you know, the half pipe ring collecting mini game in like Sonic back in the day. And you're controlling a Toyota Yaris that has like a weird, like, scorpion crab looking claw on the front of it that shoots lasers. And it's a weird freaking game, and you're like, how did we get here? Why is this a thing?
Not gonna lie,
I
it
don't know.
sounds like an acid trip and a half. It sounds like an acid trip and a half.
It certainly is. If you are ever curious, I would recommend looking into like the Toyota Yaris Xbox 360 game, because there's footage that exists of it. Oh, the end of that Sega game has you flying into space and having a space battle with a bunch of other Sega consoles. That sounds like my kind of crazy, honestly. What other, like, you know, corporate shell games exist? I'm trying to think of them. There's Pepsi Man. There's the famous one. There's the Burger King
I remember
games.
Pepsi Man.
Yeah. Pepsi
That
Man.
as well.
I really wish Pepsi Man made it over to the United States. They didn't make it to the United States, right? That was exclusively a Japan thing. Or wait, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Was Pepsi Man ever in the United States? Refresh my memory on that. I feel like I would have remembered seeing those commercials, I'm gonna be real. Don't think the ad campaign ever made it over here. I wish it did then. I want Pepsi Man. Give me my Pepsi Man. Another cool Sonic game that just happened, though. Which one? Fan game, but it's rad. Okay. Interesting. I mean, the fans are legit. Are you familiar with Sonic Mega Mix? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Because maybe I am, and I'm just, like, not remembering it. America wants Pepsi Man.
Oh, yeah.
Ow. Thank you for throwing things at me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Sonic
Have a-
Mega
have
Mix
another
is a
one.
really good ROM hack of Sonic 1 CD. Okay. Interesting. Work in progress multi-person disassembly modification of the original Sonic the Hedgehog video game for the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis. Okay. They remade and reimagined the ROM hack in Sonic Mania. Oh, I think I found the website. It's Sonic Mega Mix Mania. Interesting. God. Yeah, Sega fans do what Sega don't. I swear to God. They're just like, what's that? They're not making Sega games? They're not making Sonic? We can do that. Although, I don't know. Sega is kind of like, they're in charge of doing all the 3D stuff right now. So, and they're doing fine enough, I guess. This looks legit. Like, holy crap. So, this is just like, is this just a native Sonic game? Or is it like a specific mod for like Sonic Mania? Okay, Sonic Mania mod. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's really neat. I like the hustle. New custom soundtrack is beautiful. I'm going to guess this probably won't get me DMCA'd since it's like fan tracks, but we'll run it for like a brief second here. Oh,
Ooh.
funky. Ah. I'm trying to like just put a little bit in the background. There's something about like Sonic music and aesthetic. It feels like it could never possibly leave like the late 80s and early 90s. Like it's like Michael Jackson funk. Yeah, it won't get me DMCA'd. Yeah, I suppose. Unless there's like some time in the very, very far off future where somebody decides to upload it up to the Content ID system. In which case, then everybody's screwed. It kind of reminds me of, all the kerfuffle that's been going on with like Toby Fox and like the Undertale soundtrack. Which it sounds like they might have come to a little bit of a resolution for that. We know that what is it? The head of Materia Collective. I'm trying to remember what his name is. I know his last name is Wolf. Just because that's a really standout last name. Sebastian Wolf. Thank you, Piers. Apparently, like, he is no longer involved with the decision making with, like, copyright, like basically like copyright enforcement and stuff like that. That's been handed off to somebody else, and they are actively working on like some resolutions and trying to fix that. Which, thank God. Like I'm glad. Like Sebastian can go ahead and stay the like. All right, well I know a lot of people are not a gigantic fan of them simply because of like their business practices and stuff, but like at the very least, he's no longer the front runner for the decision making on like certain elements of the company. Like he's leaving it to people that aren't going to cause a major public outcry. So I guess that's all I can really ask for. So, Space Channel 5. Space Michael. Yeah, it does kind of sound like, Michael Jackson, except if he was making funk in space. MJ did do music for Sonic 3. That was confirmed. This is true. Yep. It's unfortunate that it took, like, so long to finally get to the point where, like, they could admit that. Just being like, uh-oh, oh God. Nope, legal troubles, PR nightmare, do not talk about it. Now time has passed and they can finally be like, okay, yeah, no, Michael Jackson was there. Getting late for me, gotta work, so I'ma hop off stream, says Spooky Blooky. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Have a very good night.
Good night, Spooky.
Yeah, have a chill one. Yeah. See ya. Let's see. What other things do I gotta talk about here? Because I think I've got a couple of other ones. Oh, we could talk about the watch parties. So we are very close to nearing the end of the Gravity Falls watch through, and it's been fun. I've enjoyed myself significantly with that. I already have plans for what I want to do after the watch party is done. Mostly I have I have some obligations to some friends for promises for things that I said I was going to watch, and I'm going to fulfill those promises because I don't want to be a jerk. Yeah, that's going to be happening sometime after that. You probably already know what it is that I'm going to be doing, but I'll make the official announcement for it after the Gravity Falls thing is finished up. Oh yeah, Pierce has mentioned Hundreds of Beavers, and I do remember you mentioned that there is a physical copy of it that you can pick up. Here, let me out of curiosity, Hundreds of Beavers Blu-ray. Found it. I'm going to add this to my wish list. Oh, there's only one left. Oh, are they gonna make more? Oh, I hope they're gonna make more. Wait a minute. What is this warning? Hold up. I found a warning on here. Oh, they have two different versions of the Blu-ray. What is this? What? What? Why is one of them say 2024 and 2025? Weird. Anyway, there's a warning on here that says Playback Region B2. This will not play on most Blu-ray players sold in North America, Central America, South America, Japan, North Korea, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Southeast Asia. Learn more about Blu-ray region specifics here. It literally says all regions. What the fuck are you going on about?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Something tells me that's a lie. Also, you know, I have a Blu-ray player that literally all I do is I rip the Blu-rays, okay? That's it. I turn them digital and I go, yay, fun times had by all. So, I don't care all that much about having it run in an actual Blu-ray player, so. As long as I can rip the thing, I could care less. I do like how it comes in like a black Blu-ray box, though. That's interesting. Like normally, you know, the 1080 ones come in blue boxes. Anyway, okay, I have added it to my wish list, and when I get the flexibility to pick it up, I will try and pick it up. Though I really hope that somebody doesn't like go in and snag that last copy that's sitting on Amazon. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else and find it, which I could do, you know. Anyway, aside from that, however, I already have like a ton of movies that I have already like prepped and are ready to go for our server watch parties. Let me count them. I've got a total of 31 trailers set up and ready to go. 31. We got a lot of movies available to us for these watch parties. And that list can only get bigger from here. Oh, also, some of those trailers include multiple watch parties. Because like, it's gonna take a couple of days to watch them in order for us to get through all of them. Oh God, we should watch the live-action Super Mario movie. Are you sure? You're not going to regret that, are you? How much is it? No. Watched The Adventures of Mark Twain recently. It was really good. Oh, I've never seen. Okay. How much does this son of a bitch cost? $34.9. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, there's a version that's like 28. You know, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. It would be. And that's the Blu-ray, so we're getting like, you know, the nice shiny version. If you wanted to buy the VHS tape, apparently that's sitting around $326. Why would you do that to yourself? Oh, trailer for the Hundreds of Beavers Blu-ray. It is very funny. I'll put that on a tab and I'll watch that a little bit later. Because I am paranoid of all kinds of copyright things. Even though they probably won't go... They probably won't do anything to me, but like still. Tree Fitty. Should be pretty cheap on eBay. Yeah, probably. Okay. I've added... I have added the Super Mario Brothers movie to my wish list. Whether or not we will actually go and watch it, that's an entire other thing. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I wanna. But like, maybe one day if I'm feeling saucy, it's good to have it on the list, you know what I mean? It's a fun movie to riff. Yeah, but like that's not really how my watch parties go. I don't really riff on the movies. Like I sort of do in the chat along with people as we're watching it, but like I don't act, you know, I don't Mystery Science Theater this kind of thing. Like I don't sit there and talk over the movie. You know, I want to get like the full experience of the film, you know what I mean? A glittering disc of immortality, a silver platter of freedom. When you hold the Blu-ray, it holds you. That's ominous as shit. I like that. Let's see. Well, while I'm on my Amazon, let me go ahead and just take a look at like what Amazon is recommending me. The Hundreds of Beavers Blu-ray. Lots of audio equipment. To be expected. I bought a lot of frickin' audio equipment. 3DS games, which is interesting because I haven't bought... Oh, maybe it was because I went and I looked up Persona Q recently. That's probably why. That's probably why. Okay. Computer repair. Switches for computers. NFC tags. Model paints. Blu-ray players. Yes. This all sounds accurate. Pork tenderloin. What? I'm kidding. But could you freaking imagine? Oh yeah, I don't have this on my list either. I should here. I'm not going to say what this is, but I'm adding that to my list. Oh, by the way, I'm going to go into a little bit of a rant here. So there is a movie that I've got planned for our watch parties that I really love. It's one of like, I'm not going to give specific details about what it is, but I love it very much. And I desperately wanted to go and, well, okay. So it came in like this 2 CD set. The movie and then the special features. I ripped the movie just fine. I could not rip the special features, which sucks because I was really hoping that maybe they had like, you know, a super high quality uncompressed version of the trailer sitting on the disc. And spoilers for these server watch parties that I'm doing, I have been going and finding the highest quality trailer I can find and basically just using that as the big announcement videos for these watch parties, you know? Like, why reinvent the wheel? Let's use an official trailer. Especially since I don't have the budget to be able to just, like, recut an entire freaking trailer just to show it off that, like, we're gonna watch this on the watch party, yeah! Also, it brings a little bit of nostalgia into the veins, you know what I mean? Well, recently, well, so yeah, having that special features disc not work for me kind of sucks because like I need that trailer. So I did what every desperate person does. I went to YouTube. YouTube sucks when it comes to finding high quality trailers. Can I say? YouTube is awful. Especially like for really, really well-known like children's like films from like, either Disney or DreamWorks or anything like that. The AI slop channels and like the regurgitation channels are terrible. It takes so much digging to finally find somebody that has properly uploaded a good quality copy of whatever trailer it is you're looking for. And like, here's one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate when a trailer advertises that they've uploaded it in like 4K, but then they use like a shitty, crappy like capture from like a VHS or like a DVD, and then the bit rate is enormously terrible. you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, upload of like original trailer for this particular film, super 4K up-res resolution, and then you watch it and it looks like an oil painting, you know what I mean? And you're like, what the heck am I looking at?
Yes, I unfortunately do.
Oh, and then they always put the watermark in the corner too, just being like, hi, you like my channel? Subscribe for more movie trailer. It's like, get out! I don't want you. It's like, it's such a freaking disservice. So I ended up not being able to find a high quality trailer for this film anywhere on YouTube. There's tons of trailers on there. None of them are good. And what I ended up having to do? I ended up like, I was ripping other Blu-rays, and I happened to find the trailer for the movie on one of my other Blu-rays. So I'm like, oh, that worked at the end of the day. I got there in the end. But good freaking gravy. It kind of makes me mad. It makes me want to start up like a dedicated YouTube channel that is exclusively movie trailers and nothing else. Just to like give people the proper like ability, just the proper archival of it, in like the highest bit rate possible. And if you're gonna do any up-resing of something, up-res something that has a like bit rate and resolution that is slightly higher than an old Nintendo DS screen. Ah, I made you a Chip Flake fan, Nova? That's nice. Heck yeah. Hey, I'm crossing my fingers. Maybe you'll consider picking the game up. Who knows? Support the Chip Flake. Support Salsa Shark as well. Like, come on. Yeah, their last update was January 24th, and the game is... oh, wait a minute. Okay, they did do a hot fix at one point. But that's fine. Again, I hope they're doing okay. I'll see if I can get the game on Switch. Nice. Don't know how much money it is. That's where it might be a little bit of a problem, because I think Chip Flake is about $20. That might be very expensive if you are not in a position to like give $20. But that $20 is going right to a developer that I think is worth it. So, game fun, collectathon, yay! I have the money, but you have the money, but I want the money, but I've been looking for it for so many years. The ancient money butt. No school lunch. Oh, don't starve yourself just for the sake of like playing a video game. No. No, don't do that. Instead, like, I mean, honestly, I hate to be the guy that says this, but like, have you considered asking your parents? Like, and you know, for a lot of parents, they'll look at you and they'll just be like, "No, I'm not buying you crap. I'm not buying you random stuff." Like, there's a lot of parents that are like that, but you know what? I kind of like, I learned growing up over time that, like, you know, sometimes asking your parents works. Like, if you bring up a good enough argument, like if you tell them, like, if you're just like straight up and honest with them and you give it to them like as clearly and concisely as possible about like what it is you want to get, why it is you want to get it, why it's a good investment, like, a lot of times, like, your parent will look at it and just be like, okay, you know what, you look like you definitely want this, and I get why. All right, you know, let's make a plan to buy it here, or like let's buy it there. Time to use my experience from debate club. I will say, don't chew somebody's ear off. You know, don't be like, you know, just like, buy it from me or else. Just be nice. Just, I don't know. Me personally, I would just mention just being like, this is really cool freaking thing that exists. Take a look. Heck, show them a trailer. Who knows? It might work out. I think it's well worth the $20, I think. Again, developer that I think is trustworthy, and also, like, you know, you get a really fun experience as well. And chock full of games. I have started listening to the soundtrack on loop. Awesome. Good to hear. Good to know I have basically, like, willed Chip Flake into your existence. That was kind of the end goal there. I was just like, I'm excited about the game, and I'm gonna force all of you to be excited as well. I'm going insane. Don't worry about it. It's just the Chip Flake. It's just the Chip Flake on the brain. You'll be fine. I'm trying to take a look at some more stuff that's over on my Amazon. Like, actually, where's my, like, Amazon recommended? Like, where's my, like, my curated store page? Do they even have that anymore? Okay, let me go to my recommendations page, and I'll just, like, I'll take a look at some of the weird stuff that they recommend me. Oh, they're recommending me Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Hold up.
Ooh, it's gonna be...
Yeah, wait. No, they have a point. This is a correct assumption. You've hit on something gold there. Okay. They're recommending me Tron Ares. No. No, thank you. They're recommending me Monster Energy drink. I have never bought Monster Energy or thought about buying Monster Energy in my life. Why are they recommending that I buy a pack of, like, playing cards? Amazon, you alright? You good? And protein shake. What are you... Alice, what... No, I'm sorry, Amazon. What are you insinuating here? I said Alice because, like, Nova in the chat said, I'm Alice and Chip Flake. And then my brain just sort of like, you know, made the connections. They're recommending Megamind. You know what's funny? I remember seeing a lot of criticism for Megamind not being all that good when it came out, but it's got a really interesting cult following now. Especially for all like the really goofy memes that it spawned. So, not impossible.
What was wrong with Megamind?
Again, not me. I just remember seeing a lot of people covering Megamind back in the day, being like, "What the heck is this crap?" I feel like we hadn't warmed up to the idea of Megamind, and then finally we did. And then I remember they tried to make like a sequel or something, and then people were like, "Oh, it's not as good."
We don't talk about this.
We don't talk about this.
We don't talk. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Bruno, no. They're recommending me a lot of Filament. I'm good. Oh god, I think I remember watching the movie Babe. Was that movie any good? I don't remember.
I'm done with the head and somewhat neck so far.
Neck? That doesn't make any sense.
Try and
If it's what I think it is, that makes no
Um,
sense.
don't worry about it.
What cursed thing are you making?
Don't.
Directed by
about
the
it.
same guy who did Mad Max Fury Road and Happy Feet. Oh. Interesting. What is Who Framed... Okay, Nova. You've given me every single reason to just go and pick up Who Framed Roger Rabbit now. Jesus. So...
You never seen Who Framed... What?
we have much to discuss. So Who Framed Roger Rabbit is basically like a live action and 2D animated film mixed into one. How in depth do I want to get with this? I don't know. Oh, hey. Hi, Pierce. How's it going?
I'm sorry, I have been summoned by Roger Rabbit Talk.
Hello. Would you like to give a
Hello.
little summation to Nova?
Okay. So Nova, are you familiar with a company called Disney? Are you familiar with another company called Warner Brothers? And also a director called Steven Spielberg. So Warner Brothers, Disney, and Steven Spielberg all walk into a bar and they say, hey, we should make a movie that's going to be, it's a live action movie, but it's going to have cartoon characters who walk around and interact with all of the live action characters. And also, it's going to have Looney Tunes characters and Disney characters in it, and they're all going to be in the same movie. And so they made that. And the animation in it is absolutely freaking incredible and absolutely ridiculous, because usually when animation is done, it's usually animated on twos, which means that for every frame, like for every 2 frames, you draw one piece of art. And then you string all those together, and that's your movie. That's how even most Disney movies are made. But with Roger Rabbit, they said, no, we're going to animate everything on ones. So for every frame, we're going to have a unique piece of art for every single character. And that is ridiculous and never happens. And they actually made it work. And the entire movie is... it's a murder mystery, like, crime thriller, where basically there's this guy who works as a private detective who helps to solve, like, mysteries of missing people and cases involving cartoon characters. And apparently somebody murdered a animation executive, and the current suspect is a famous cartoon character named Roger Rabbit. So Roger Rabbit goes over to the detective guy, and he says, "No, I've been framed. You need to help me." And so they go around to Los Angeles and try and figure out who framed Roger Rabbit. And it's really, 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 really great. And it is the only movie that actually has Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse in the same movie together.
On the same frame.
And on the same frames and having them actually interact officially.
That and Donald and Daffy.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, they also have Donald and Daffy. They have a really fun scene together. Betty Boop is in it. Dumbo is in it. They have a lot of really cool stuff, and the main villain is played by Christopher Lloyd. And
right.
He has some scenes where they put like animated moments on top of his like actual acting, and it looks really, really good. And they also have certain scenes where they go into like a cartoon area where all the backgrounds and everything are cartoons, and then only the human is live action. So they invert it halfway through, and it looks really, really awesome. And
Dude, like the Christopher Lloyd scenes in certain parts are like a nightmare.
Because this movie came out in the 90s, so they don't just have like cartoon characters walking around, they also have them interacting with live action objects. Like if you see a character pick up a cup, the cup is live action, and they had that move around with the cartoon character who's holding it. And they had to actually figure out how to film that. There's a scene where one of the cartoon characters picks up a stack of plates and he keeps smashing them over his head over and over, and each plate is a real live action plate. I don't even know how you would begin to make that work, but they did.
It's a technical marvel, that movie. Like the marriage between 2D and real life is like so well done to a ridiculous extent. And it's like $10. You can get a Blu-ray of the dang thing for $10 freaking dollars.
Yeah.
And like it's probably on every streaming service you could possibly want. So like, or well, okay, not every single one, I should say.
Please, I'll give you $10.
What the heck was that? Anyway, I don't know what streaming service it's actually on. I'm not gonna say like right offhand that it's on every single streaming one, but it's got to be on one somewhere, right? Virgil, why? Why are you throwing things at me? Ow!
Yeah, the main animation director for it was a guy named Richard Williams, who literally wrote the book on how to do animation. That's not an exaggeration. He wrote a book called The Animator's Survival Kit, and it is still used in animation classes today.
That is amazing.
He was also
famous freaking book.
He was also the animation director on Raggedy Ann: A Musical Adventure, and he also made another really, really gorgeously animated movie called The Thief and the Cobbler, which is also worth checking out.
I love the Raggedy Ann movie.
And when you do watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I'm pretty confident in saying it'll become one of your favorite movies. Because it is that good.
I am curious. Raggedy Ann and Andy. Where is that located in a physical sphere, if at all? Oh, I found an old VHS.
The entire thing is actually on YouTube, if you're curious, for Raggedy Ann.
Neat.
It's still sitting there. It was uploaded 4 years ago, and it's still there, the entire movie.
It's kind of one of those, like, you know, there are certain things that are copywritten that a company is only going to go after if they have a real need to do it. And, like, I don't know how many. Well, I don't know. Raggedy Ann and Andy, like, it's a pretty well-known movie. I don't like who made that movie. Hold on a second. Who's currently owns the rights to that? Oh, 20th Century Fox. So quite literally, and they're owned by Disney. So Disney would have to see some need to go after Raggedy Ann and Andy. And I think that's kind of That's
Or about
flying under the
Raggedy Ann and
radar for them,
Andy.
I think. I don't think they care. So, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. They've got a lot of other like kettles currently on the boilers at the moment.
Yeah.
A lot of Betty Boop cartoons are on YouTube as well. Was obsessed with them a few years ago. Question. Betty Boop has not become public domain yet, right?
I think maybe the original black and white version was, but the classic one that people know of, like with the red dress, I think that's still copyrighted.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to wonder like whether or not that would be a problem for like a YouTube upload. See, I'm still scrolling through the list of movies that Amazon wants to throw at me. They're also recommending me Switch 2 games, which thank you for thinking I have money, Amazon, but is her dog version in public domain? She was originally a poodle. I don't remember that. I have to assume that the answer is probably yes. Okay, I'm not seeing anything like brand spanking new on this list here, but yeah, we have added a few movies that would possibly be a part of the play. Oh, hello, there's a Kyle in here. On here.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, that's good. What you been up to?
I've been going through the Galactic War Archive.
Galactic War Archive.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel that basically sums up the events that happen every few days in the Helldivers 2 Galactic War.
Oh, that's cool. And super nerdy.
He has arguments all the time with the ship's computer over the pronunciation of the various systems. And he uses quotes from the Helldivers themselves and argues with them.
Oh, nice. That feels like fantasy football almost. You know what I mean? It's just like, or like that reminds me. My brothers are like massive fans of like wrestling and all that jazz, and they got a couple of YouTubers that they watch that like they do fantasy football or fantasy sports, where what they'll do is they will literally like write up big tournaments involved with certain characters, and then they like throw them together in matches in like the video games, and then they just run them and then commentate over it like it's an actual like match and event.
I suppose you got.
Is that gonna sound fun though?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'm not massively into that. What I am kind of interested in, though, is there's this guy named Joel who's a part of Vinesauce, and he does this thing called Vine Wrestle, and I think he does that yearly. And every single year, like, he pits a whole bunch of the stupid Vinesauce memes together in like a wrestling game, and then he commentates over it to see who is like the winner of Vine Wrestle for that year. And it's always the dumbest and silliest thing. Hello, there is a Shoop in here now. How you doing, Shoop?
Good. And by the way, have another.
Another! I like this. I like this drink a lot. Another.
And
Appreciated.
according to the will, you will be bequeathed a boot to the head.
It's not a boot.
I don't believe
It's not
I
even
might hop off for now and wind down as I have work in the morning.
Oh, that's valid.
Okie dokies.
All right. Well, have a good one. Don't stress out too much about the thing you're making. Like, don't work yourself to the bone over it.
It's fine. I'm almost done with it. With the sculpting, anyways.
Okie dokie. Well, have a good night and have a good day tomorrow.
I will sure as hell try.
Okie dokies.
See you later.
It's a good night.
Good night.
There it is. I'm just like,
Perfect.
there's got to be a sound effect. There it is. Metal pipe. Oh, a toss that's a pizza. Actually, that'd be a pretty good that'd be a pretty good toss for like, you have the ability to like drop items as well as throw them. And I wonder if maybe that'd be a pretty funny thing to like drop a pizza on my head. Although you can't really see the toppings that well if it drops on my head. Unless I like, crane my head back. It's not a bad idea though. I'll keep that in mind. Well, Shoop, what have you been up to?
Personally, live dealing with the minion, working. Just had a little bit of fun messing with a game. Let's see here. I actually double check when it was actually released. But a game called Granvir.
How you spell
A
that?
bit of a mech game. Granvir. That one was released last year in September.
All right, I pulled it up. Knights and Mechs. What?
Action roguelike mech builder.
Ooh.
Yes,
Interesting.
Granvir. Went silent after I spoke. I am now concerned.
I'm taking a look at the store page right now. Oh, this looks like one of those things that if you are a mech like if you're a mech aficionado, I feel like this would be up your alley. Like
Yes.
full
That's
customization
pretty-
of your mech, and like, let's see, equip and arsenal.
Yep, customization. You can at least you actually change the color of your mech, so it's not just whatever parts you have. You're stuck with that. But you can kind of go however you want. Do a little mix of close range, melee, medium range, artillery, range influence. Or you can have her just be fully loaded with missiles and just keep on firing. Just a little bit costly for bullets.
Let me take a look at what else these guys have made. It's like the art and aesthetic of the game, in the best way possible, reminds me of Planetary Annihilation. Not in gameplay, not in not in the purchasing ethics, but like just in visual, because it had a very similar like sort of color palette and also blocky design, or like I said voxely, I guess is the, but no, not voxely. That's not the right term. Interesting. They got a couple of different games. They have an idle dungeon game. Okay, that's just the developer. Who would the publisher be? Oh wait, no, that. Oh wait, I was looking at the publisher. Okay, who's the developer? Why is it only giving me Gigatank? I want to see the developer. I was wondering why all the the things looked a little bit eclectic. These are a bunch of different developers underneath one roof. Gosh dang it.
The Helldivers then voted for the DSS in orbit around this planet for the last 30 minutes of its campaign. For the remaining 4 hours, the citizens of this world got to marvel at the glory of the DSS, I guess. Repeat this line 4 or 5 times. Because, like really smart people, all of the Helldivers kept sending the DSS to nearly liberated planets. Genius.
All right, I have pulled up the website for Gigatank to see what other games they've got. So, yeah, they got Granvir, which looks pretty cool. Then they got some other stuff, like a game called Ghost Sector, Mysterious Mystery, Dungeon Divers, Wivia. That's the stuff that they publish. And then they've got an R game section where they made their own stuff.
Mhm.
They have a game called Waifu Defense.
That does not surprise me.
What? Wait, huh? Oh,
What?
okay. Okay. So the
Are you
concept
okay?
of Waifu Defense is it's one of those tower defense games where you build a bunch of archer things and different things to combat the troops that are running through to try and destroy your castle. One of those things, except it appears that instead of destroying a castle, it is conquering a waifu. And the things you're trying to shoot down are a bunch of scruffy, nerdy looking little bastards that look like they haven't seen the sun in ages.
So it's like Galgun.
Like Galgun, except if it was made on a shoestring budget. I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's Galgun, but it's like tower. What was that one tower defense game? Is it Bloons? Bloons? No, not Bloons. I have to remind no, it's not Bloons. God, I don't friggin' remember. Are you defending waifus or defending from waifus? No, you're defending waifus. The name of the game is to defend your waifu and make sure it doesn't get taken by the the filthy unwashed virgins. God, what a terrible trope. Anyway.
That might explain
does sound
why
quite
my
terrible,
computer's
actually.
having heat problems.
What?
That might explain why my computer's having heat problems.
What are you doing with your computer?
I forgot to cap the frame rate on Helldivers.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. Dude, that's the first thing I do whenever I boot up a new video game nowadays. I check to see if that thing is capped. Cause I have a monitor with 60 hertz refresh rate. I don't need to be chunking out 300 frames. I'll tell you how many frames you're allowed to have. Nothing more, nothing less.
Dude, I don't even think I can see that fast.
No, probably not. Well, like, there's
You
all
haven't-
right.
You
I
haven't
will
drank
say
enough Red Bull.
there is something to be said about like a nice 90 hertz refresh rate. Like that's one of the reasons why phones are as nice and tactile as they are. It's because the refresh rates on them are ridiculous.
But when I wave my phone back and forth in front of my face, I still get that weird warbly effect that you used to get when you looked at a digital clock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! The automatons have hacked our dispatch system! They are belittling me! No! Hello, Helldiver. It is a very good idea to leave a sinking ship. You know you cannot win this war. Poor Helldiver. This is on my dispatch device, attached to my wrist.
I'm taking a look at the new and upcoming games on Steam. See if there's anything that like immediately pops into my eyeballs.
Mm.
Defect. Defect. Defect.
Defect.
I can't tell if it's calling me built wrong or if it is telling me to leave my current establishment. Sorry, continue.
There's a presidential dating sim for the male waifu version. I didn't need this information in my brain. Anyway. Oh yeah, Mugenics. Dude, Jesus. That game has been worked on for such a long frickin' time. I remember I went to like I went to a convention like way back in the day in like 2013, and I seem to remember there was a booth for Mugenics there. If my memory
dear.
serves me right, this thing has been in development hell for years. It's like the one thing that I think Ed McMillan is his name. Like this is the game that Ed McMillan has been like working on for such a long freaking time. And desperately trying to get to be a thing. I'm curious whether or not it'll be a good game.
They are about to find out what every man, woman, and child over 7 is willing to do to stop their reign of terror. Okay, enough of that. Now that I fixed my problem, I can leave the game.
Hmm.
Heck yeah, boy.
The SES Hammer of the Constitution.
Oh, right. Demon Tides. I've heard a heck of a lot about this.
That looks fun.
Was that?
That one looks fun.
Which one?
There's this game
Demon
called
Tides.
Demon Tides, and it is a third-person platformer game.
Oh.
And, like, I've seen quite... First of all, I've seen it, like, several times in my social media feeds for the past, like, many, many, many years. This thing's been worked on for a long time, and it's got uber levels of polish to it. And I'm considering picking that one up because it looks like it would be up my alley for like 3D platformers. It's made by the same person who made PUBG 4D. Except, you know,
Oh, God,
this
this
is the
looks-
project that they're actually putting effort into.
This looks
Not-
crazy.
Not to say that like PUBG 4D didn't have effort put into it, but it's like more effort was put into Demon Tides. God, just the trailer of it, like, you know, there's so many different like mechanics that I'm picking up from just the trailer, like wall running and like so many different like sprint abilities and jumps and like things to bounce off of. It looks freaking fun, and apparently this game comes out in like 10 days. Holy tamale. Oh god. See, this is one of the reasons why I don't like it when, like, you know, games immediately come out with stuff like Denuvo and, like, you know, things that, or like, you know, they come out exclusively on the Epic Game Store. Because I'm like, oh, cool. So now I have to wait at least a minimum of a year for me to be able to play it. And by then, 200 other video games have probably come out that I want to check out. Like, I'm here and I'm just like, I really want to check out the Sonic game. Ah, shit.
Duh, I like. Add to wish list.
It looks neat. I got that, and also, again, Bubsy 4D on my list of games to pick up at some point.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention this whole time. I was watching the trailer for Demon Tides. What were we talking about?
We were talking about Demon Tides. And also,
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was complaining about the fact that I hate the fact that video games, like, come out with these stupid shackles like Denuvo and like, they come out exclusively on the Epic Game Store and pretty much force me to wait until it finally gets released onto Steam properly. But by then, there's 5 billion other games that have come out that I want to play aside from it. And, like, it's no longer relevant in pop culture.
Did you see that plane crash of a game, Ashes of Creation?
I'm gonna look that up. I'm not entirely sure.
That crashed and burned upon release. Drove into the ground by the developer because he did not like what the publisher was telling him to do with the game.
What was the publisher trying to do with the game?
Trying to make him add in a bunch of scummy things.
Oh, so he, like, self-sabotaged and just said, fuck you.
Yep.
If I can't have my thing, nobody can have it. Oh. Oh, that's horrifying. Oh, that really sucks.
Or at least that's the story I heard. I haven't really looked into it. I just saw it on my store page at one point. I clicked on it. It's like, this looks mildly interesting. Then I look to the side and I see the words overwhelmingly negative. I'm like, oh,
no.
God. And it takes a certain kind of special to achieve that.
Early access game. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Requires third-party account, so you need to have a third-party account in order to even play it.
Yep.
It has kernel-level anti-cheat in it.
Yep.
How about no? You need to agree to a third-party EULA, which, you know, who cares?
Yeah, that's pretty typical.
Yeah, it's like... Whenever I, like, sign one of those EULAs, I basically just go, I promise not to, like, you know, that I promise not to kill your mother. I promise not to steal your dog. Like, I know, don't do a illegal thing with video game. Okay. Like, it's not like a EULA really you know, you can't hold that up in court all that well anyway. So it's like,
Nope.
doesn't matter much.
Okay.
Okay.
Just want Legal Eagle go over the whole Helldivers agreement of service.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
I'm taking a look at so I went and I decided to look up Ashes of Creation, and I found a latest news story that was released about a week ago. It is a PC Gamer article that is written by Ted Litchfield, and it's titled, 2 days after promising it was still, quote, worthy of your investment, the most successful Kickstarter MMO ever was canceled and its team laid off. The developers and staff acted in good faith and deserve better. Oh no. The game's official Discord was a buzz over rumored firings and resignations at Intrepid. Community lead manager Margaret Crone revealed she had been laid off on LinkedIn, and in reply to a comment on the post, Crone wrote, quote, "I don't know how they would make it when the heart and soul of the product, the amazing dev team, was all laid off." Yeah, it sounds like there was a power struggle. Oh, that's unfortunate.
And the product crashed and burned.
Oh, darn. Like, I think that's something that publishers kind of forget. Just being like, if you drive your if you drive the people that create your game into basically like, you know, a riot, and if they start to if they basically like unionize and decide we're no longer going to be working until you meet our demands, there's nothing you can do about that. Like, you give them what they want because they're the ones that they have creative control over everything. Like, they sure, you might have them under contract and all that jazz, but like, I mean, people will be people. People will leave if they think that like stuff's bullshit enough.
It's like watching an airplane make its way almost to its receiving airport, only to crash in the cornfield just before it.
Well, one thing's for certain. This is an MMO, and if there's one thing I don't want to start spending my time on, it's an MMO that all the people who made the MMO have already left.
Yep.
Because that's not going to be a very long MMO.
Also, I'm not interested in MMOs in general, but for some reason the MMO tag didn't pop up on my store page.
Weird. Oh dear, I just scrolled over to the videos section for Ashes of Creation. It's all smear pieces. Every single one. Oh no. Ashes of Creation, the downfall. This game needs to be delisted from Steam ASAP. Ashes of Creation devs speak out. It's worse than we thought.
Oh dear.
Ooh. Oh no. Things went bad. Thank you for the confetti, Nova. I appreciate it. Well, that's an interesting amount of tea. What, the Escapist made an article? What the fuck?
Wow, really?
Ashes of Creation shuts down shortly after Steam arrival. What? Dog, the Escapist is still writing articles and they're doing one on you? You failed. Holy crap. Oh man, that kind of makes me wonder. Do you think Second Wind is making an article on these guys?
Oh no, that might
I think that'd be funny. Actually, out of curiosity, I'm gonna go and check Second Wind Group and see if they're doing anything with it. Probably not. They got a lot of other things on their plate, so.
Speaking of independent developer drama, the Iron Lung actually topped the box office.
Yeah, I know, right? That's super exciting.
This is good drama, though.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, so you're telling me we don't need to make movies with like $50 billion budgets and then expect to make like 5 times that?
What?
Otherwise,
No, stop talking. Don't tell people this. They don't need to know.
and then if it doesn't hit that quota, then we completely disband the entirety of the development studio because they don't need to make any more lemons for our company, despite making twice the revenue of the movie. Okay, that doesn't look like... I mean, alright, perhaps... Does Second Wind Group actually have a website? I don't even know.
No, they have a YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to it.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to the...
If they're working on a video on it, I'm sure I'll see it within the next week or so.
Probably. I don't see a website. I think their existence seems to be like directly hinged on their YouTube and social media presence, which that's fine. You can get by without like a main website hub or one that's substantial. Oh, but boy, oh boy, that is a lemon of a situation right there. Hey, duck.
Right.
Oh yeah, did you hear that there's a new Scott Pilgrim game that's coming out soon?
Who's Scott
Yes.
Pilgrim?
You're kidding me, right?
I feel like I've heard the name from somewhere.
You're asking the wrong person. You should know him by now.
You should know who Scott Pilgrim is.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-bee-dee-dee-dee-doo-bop.
Hey, Bit, I think you have a new movie to add to movie night.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
I've linked it over in the Twitch chat here, just so you have no excuses. I'm also leaving it in the store
me.
page,
me.
inside this chat here. I'm sure you've seen Scott Pilgrim. There's no way you haven't.
Oh. Wait! I feel like I've seen the logo before.
The characters,
I'd like
though,
some
you...
music from the Scott Pilgrim game, but I'm pretty sure that's copyrighted.
yeah.
Oh. Wait a minute. No, I don't recognize those characters at all.
I'm putting Scott Pilgrim versus the World on my watch party list. Holy shit.
Nope.
It's very nerdcore kind of video game based like experience. It was originally like a
It's like
a
an
set of
old-style
like
fighting
comic
game.
books, basically like
Double
you know,
Dragon.
it was made in Canada by like these folks that basically wanted to make their own comic book / sort of like a manga kind of thing. Very nerdcore, very like very goofy and like that. And then it became a movie. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And then Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. I need to add that as well.
How the hell do you pronounce that word?
What word?
Anamanaguchi.
Oh yeah, Anamanaguchi. They do the music for those games, and like, oh my god, they are the best part of those games almost.
I'm looking at the store page, and it kind of looks like an old style fighting game, like Double Dragon.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely what it takes after. What now? The cool thing about this game though is that I don't think it's the exact same developers or the exact same company making it, but back in the day, way back in like the Xbox 360 era, this game was really hot. Xbox Live Arcade, like a lot of people were huge fans of it. The problem though is that it basically existed exclusively on the Xbox Live Arcade, and it ended up not really being ported or forwarded to like any other consoles after that. So it was basically abandonware for years. And then one day they finally like released the game on pretty much all platforms out there, including PC. So you can actually download and play the original Scott Pilgrim versus the World on Steam if you want to. If my memory serves me right. This is the sequel for it. Like, new game. So like the lore deepens. Which is funny because I've heard very little publication about this game. Like it's popped on my radar out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what? Where did you come from? Holy shit!
Holy shit! Oh god, she just smacked him in the jaw with a stone sledgehammer. What the heck?
Yeah, it's violent and nice. I like it. All right, I've added the live-action Scott Pilgrim movie and also the Scott Pilgrim Takes Off animated series as well.
That's a good series. But you have to watch it after watching the movie or reading the books.
Yeah, absolutely. I will. I will definitely do that.
For
I remember,
reasons I will not be
man,
spoiled.
my brother was like massively into Scott Pilgrim, the movie when it came out. Like my brother, he's like massively into sort of like nerdcore-esque kind of stuff. He likes like, you know, guitar and like rock and all that jazz. So like that's another element of Scott Pilgrim he loves. In general, he just identified a lot with the movie. So like, I remember watching it with them, and like, it was a fun experience. Although I haven't seen it in a long time, so I feel like it'd be a good idea to refresh my memory on it. I just like the stupid aesthetic of the whole thing. It's a movie that like, it takes itself only semi-seriously. All right, I've added that onto our list. Maple has sent me another teaser for a thing. It appears to be a hand. Hold on, hold on. I'm sending Mapley this message. I gotta hand it to you. That looks nice. I knew that would kill Kyle.
No, it just caused an aneurysm. It's fine.
Oh yeah, you can
I'll
survive
live.
those. I forgot.
We do.
Got to watch that in my theater a couple of years ago. That was a radical theater. Holy crap! God, I got so many movies on the pipeline for like either stuff that I have right lined up to go or stuff that I want to like do watch parties for. Like I'm not going to for those people who are like, you know, diehards for streaming and all that jazz, which I don't know why you would be. There's a lot of entertainment that exists out there on physical media that I would absolutely recommend you go and look into. Like, and there's still series that are getting Blu-ray releases to this day. So I want to foster that, man. I want people to like think about the idea of like, what would it be like to have a physical movie in the palm of your hands? Something that a streaming service can't just suddenly rip out of them. I want a
Physical
world
good.
like that, man.
Physical is good.
Mhm. Damn straight.
You know
Oh.
that Olivia Newton-John song, Let's Get Physical? She's talking about owning DVDs. That's what it was about the whole time.
Let's get physical.
That's the one.
I wanna get physical. Yeah, that's totally what it was.
Yeah. Side note, Xanadu is still a bad movie.
Don't know if I ever watched Xanadu.
The music is nice, and the individual actors in it are good. It just does not come together at all.
Oh man, what's a movie that like that description fits? Or like just a movie that felt like it just didn't come together.
Most modern Disney films.
Yeah, pretty much most modern Disney films, unfortunately. Trying to think of something either from my childhood or something that I've seen recently. I don't watch a lot of movies nowadays aside from like, well, okay, I'm trying to get into a little bit more movies, but I don't know why, but Clock Stoppers just popped back in my head. That movie will never leave my psyche, I swear to God. Speaking of which, I just had a funny thought. Hold up. I need to check. Why does this have a Blu-ray? Who thought it'd be a good idea to put this in Blu-ray? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, live action Dora. Never seen it. I don't know. Couldn't judge it. Why? Why does Clock Stoppers have a Blu-ray release? Hold on. We need to put this on the screen. Oh, apparently it's good. That's awesome. Made a funny noise there. There we go. Why? Why does this need to exist? You don't... We don't need this. No one ever needed this. Did you run out of things to port to Blu-ray? We needed to up-res and, you know, redo this?
I mean, film preservation.
And I don't remember this movie being... Look, even back in the day, I was like, man, this movie was mid as hell.
It was mid as hell, but you know what? It has that, like, 2000s, like, cringe
is-
style. And it
is
needs to be
so-
preserved for future
it is
generations
so
to see what not to do.
I guess. Man, yeah. This movie, like, encapsulates the 2000s to me. Like, good lord. If people don't know what the heck this is, Clock
It's got that
Stoppers
lovely
is a
piss
movie.
green background.
Was that?
That's important. It's got that lovely piss green background color.
Oh yeah, and also the orange as well.
Yeah.
Dude, I had computer wallpapers that looked exactly like that. Full stop. Straight up. I'm not even lying. Anyway, so if you don't know what Clock Stoppers is, the concept is there's this kid that has this dad who is like this scientist, like in a lab somewhere, and he's working on a whole bunch of like secret experiments. And one day the dad comes up with the ability to more or less stop time using this special wristwatch. I say stop time, but it's not really stopping time. It's more like making your atoms move so fast that it looks like everything around you slows down. And like, you know, nothing ever like completely stops. It just makes everything move in like super slow motion. Now, in this movie, our protagonists, they get this watch and they basically like go on a thank you for the pie. They go on a spree of just doing all kinds of crazy shenanigans. But basically they pull a lot of pranks with people, and they get to like sneak into places that they normally can't, like doing a whole bunch of things that you would do if you had the ability to stop time. Well, I don't remember the specifics about it, but apparently there is like this evil villain character that wants to take control over this ability to stop time and take full advantage of it and make like doomsday. I don't know if it's a doomsday device particularly, but he definitely wants to like control everything. If I remember correctly, I think Steve Buscemi's in this movie. Like, and he's like this older person, and he like there's this weird part of the movie where apparently they found like a youth serum that actually manages to turn Steve Buscemi young. And I forget if they used like a different actor or if they like digitally or like makeup turned him young or something. But it's like really weird. Just like hearing somebody who looks so young talk like Steve Buscemi. It's not right. It's not right, man. But anyway, there's like a certain level of nostalgia I have with Clock Stoppers, just from like the concept of it, the characters, the soundtrack for sure, because the soundtrack is very 2000s core, and it's very mid. It's one of those things that I probably wouldn't ever show it on like I don't think I would have a server watch party about it. I'm gonna be real. This is not a film that like I feel even like I'm willing to show films that are like mid or stuff that's like not the top highest peak of cinematic greatness or something like that. But like I feel like they need to have a little bit more cultural importance than Clockstoppers. Here's the funny thing though. Clockstoppers was forgot so quickly after it originally came out that like even 5 years after it released, I kept on having conversations with people like either, you know, my classmates or like I'll be talking with like friends or family or something like that. And I'll be asking them about like whether or not they'd seen Clockstoppers. And so many of them would just be like, what? What the heck's Clockstoppers? I've never heard of that movie. What? Huh? What's it about? When did it come out? And it got to a point where like me and my brothers kind of looked at each other and was just like, are we sure that this movie existed? Like, was this a psyop? Did this movie like get beamed into our brains as a memory and it didn't actually happen? Like, I'm not sure. I'm concerned. Ooh, Carl's got a movie story. A movie I haven't thought of in years just popped in my head. Didn't remember the name of the movie, but I remember this movie where these two kids wish upon a star that kids would act like adults and adults would act like kids. And then they regret their wish and they try to reverse it. And it was such a weird movie that I watched on Netflix when I was like 12. I have never heard of that movie. But that sounds like it is prime camp material. That sounds like, you know, hey, here's a concept. And then suddenly shenanigans happen. Kind of reminds me of like every Adam Sandler movie, actually. Especially like the, you know, I don't even want to say B film, more like D film tier Adam Sandler films. Where it's just, you know, like the movie Click. How many people have thought about the movie Click and, you know, have you thought about that movie in a while?
It's a terrible movie.
It's awful. I don't like it. Although I see a lot of people that ironically like it, who like have collections of the movie Click. Just because it's like such a cheap thing to pick up because nobody wants it. I saw one dude who just has like a gigantic, like a standing shelf that is the size of a person that's just filled to the brim with copies of Click. Ironically. And I remember seeing that movie. No, I wouldn't recommend it. Don't pick it up. So many copies at a thrift store, never watched it. Don't! You're not missing anything. You're freeing up brain space by not watching it. I don't remember much about that movie, aside from the fact that, like, Adam Sandler had this really weird... okay, one, the Bed Bath & Beyond joke. Where he goes to Bed Bath & Beyond and he's like, oh, hey, look, beds. And then he goes to the bath section. Oh, the bath section. And then he goes and he sees a door and it just says Beyond. And then he goes through it and there's like a crazy scientist that's coming up with like stupid inventions. And it's just like, that is the most hackneyed way to give him a superpowered remote that controls the world. What the hell, man? Anyways, there's that, and also Adam Sandler had this really weird, like, rivalry with, like, the kid next door. I think that was kind of weird. It was like, what? Why? Why do you care? Why do you care about what that kid says about you? Yeah, Click by Adam Sandler. Yeah, we're talking about Click. Has anyone ever watched the Tooth Fairy movie? Which Tooth Fairy movie and when did it come out?
I've seen the trailer for it, but I didn't watch it. It, I think it has.
Wait, are we talking about the one with
Johnson in
Dwayne
it.
The Rock Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh God, nope. No, I never watched it. I'm just like, no, I think I'm fine without that in my veins.
And yes, Pixels did suck.
Agreed.
Is it the worst movie ever? No. But it is bad.
Yeah. Oh God. Again, Adam fell on some really hard times.
I don't know what the worst movie ever is, but at least Pixels has fun visual effects.
Yeah, there was a budget to it.
There's still some enjoyment to be gained out of Pixels, even if it's a terrible movie. A truly worst movie ever is a movie that makes you feel absolutely nothing.
Yeah, true. God.
Because the point of art is to instill emotions in the person viewing that art. So the worst thing that a movie can do is make me not feel anything whatsoever.
I remember
even feeling absolute disdain or anger or hatred at a piece of art is still a feeling that the art has created. It's at least doing something.
We must have had this conversation before, because you just reminded me of this one movie that was kind of a cult thing in my brother's circle. The movie Freddy Got Fingered. Yes, you heard me correctly, by the way.
I'm aware of that movie.
Yeah. If you don't know what that is, I believe was it Tom Green was the name of the actor that made that movie?
Yep, that's the one.
Yep. It's not a good movie. It's really, really bad. Like, to a ridiculous extent. In fact, it's basically just sort of like shock content the movie in kind of a way. Because it just keeps on showing you the shittiest and stupidest shit you could possibly imagine. It's a chore to get through, honestly.
Absolutely.
I've only sat through a small portion of it, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I have to leave.
Yeah,
no,
it's not good.
Enough. But what my brother used to do was, as an initiation for his friend group, he forced anybody who was new to come together with the group and sit down and watch and riff on the movie. And I don't know if it would be worth it to be a part of his friend group. I'll be real. That seems like a really high price to pay. Your sanity is kind of on the line there. Never seen it, but the human scent. Oh,
yeah,
God.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ! I forgot that movie
not
existed.
a film that I ever want to sit down and watch,
Oh,
and I don't
think
anyone else should ever have to either.
I've seen clips of it, and that's enough. I don't
Yep.
need any more than that.
I've seen the South Park parody episode, and that's enough.
Yeah, that's keeping your distance from that. Yeah.
Yeah,
The human scent iPad.
that is a movie that absolutely succeeds in what it is setting out to do, and I want no part of it whatsoever.
Yep. Nope. You're free to exist over there.
Yeah,
Oh,
anywhere that's not here.
okay.
The best thing to come out of that movie was Roger Ebert's review of that movie,
Oh, I miss Roger Ebert.
because that was the first movie that he refused to give a score to. He said normally he rates movies on a scoring scale of 1 to 5, and he said in this instance he refuses to do it because honestly it doesn't matter. The movie is what it is, and it exists in a place where the stars do not shine.
Oh, that's a great way to word that.
Yep.
Again, I miss Roger Ebert. Jesus Christ.
He's a freaking legend.
All right. Out of curiosity, I have decided to go and look up the worst movies of all time according to Rotten Tomatoes, because
Oh
I
boy.
kind of want to find some more examples of things that I either forgot about, I don't know about, or something that just something to toss into our eyeballs. Okay, I'm just gonna when I see something that I recognize, I'll go ahead and call it out. Some of these are just like I don't even know what the hell they are. Left Behind, and
oh
like
God, I know this one.
it's got Nicolas Cage. I've never heard of this, but I see Nicolas Cage
Oh.
and I'm like, oh,
Okay. Do you want me to actually explain this movie?
sure.
Okay. So there's this series of very famous books if you're a Christian called Left Behind. There's like 14 of them. And the premise is basically
This is the apocalypse movie, isn't it?
yeah, the premise is the book of Revelation is happening as written in the Bible. And so that means the rapture happens and all the believers have been taken away. And this is the story of everyone left behind. So the main character in this movie is a airplane pilot played by Nicolas Cage. And he is flying his plane when suddenly half the passengers on the plane disappear because they were raptured. And it's him trying to figure out how to deal with that and also land the plane. And it basically plays out like a really, really bad plane disaster movie. It's technically the second time they've done an adaptation of Left Behind, but yeah, it's not great. The only reason you would ever watch it is just to see Nicolas Cage be funny, but he's funnier in other movies, so
This is true, yeah.
don't.
Like,
Yeah,
throw a dart at any other Nicolas Cage movie and you'll probably be entertained by his on-screen antics. Like, you don't necessarily need to watch a movie just because he's in it.
yep, yeah.
Who
you
is
don't
the
need to
market
watch
for
this.
those films? Well, it's not a bad concept by itself, but it's like you need to put somebody in the director's chair that like knows how to make a good film. You know?
I think they're asking about who's in the market for Human Centipede sequels.
Oh, Satan.
Yeah. Because there are sequels to the Human Centipede somehow, magically. I don't know why. But yeah, Left Behind is not great. I think he only did it for the paycheck. The books honestly aren't great either. Don't bother. You could skip them.
Snakes on a Plane. I haven't seen it, but I remember the weird pop culture phenomenon about it. Oh, here's a funny one. Highlander 2: The Quickening. You guys remember that one, right? Please tell me everybody remembers that one.
I've heard the name, but I haven't actually watched it at all.
I have.
I
This is the
vaguely
first
remember the
time
first
I've
one,
actually
but-
been the one that watched the movie.
Yay!
Holy shit! How did this happen? All right, so you know what Highlander is, right?
I think so.
Isn't that the name of a great sword?
Nope.
Maybe. I don't even know. Anyway, the basic premise of the Highlander series is there are a group of people on the Earth who are called immortals. And they are called immortals
assume
because
they are immortal.
obviously they are immortal. Yeah, literally, they don't age. You can't just stab them and kill them. Can't shoot them and kill them. Everything they'll bounce back from. They'll heal from it. Crazy healing powers, basically. The healing factor crazy. So, but the only way that you can actually kill them is if you cut off their head, basically. And so there's basically this gigantic thing that I'm trying to remember what it's called, but there was a specific thing that was called where all the immortals on the planet basically got together to do this basically destruction game kind of thing where they would all fight for ultimate power over all of the immortals. And the way they did that was it was basically a big Highlander game where they would get into sword combat with each other, flying to all across the planet and like going up to like other Highlanders or like, you know, other people that were immortals, cut off their heads, and then they would take their basically their life essence and they would become more powerful from it. And the ultimate goal was for there to be only one immortal remaining. Hence the tagline for the film, "There can be only one." So that's the concept of the film. And I don't remember how huge it was back in the day, but I do know that it had like a massive following, at least to the extent that people wanted more Highlander, which is funny because you can't. Once we're down to one, that's it. There can be only. There's just we're done. We did it. But
Yep.
Surprise, surprise, there was a sequel. Highlander 2: The Quickening. And in this film, it's revealed that all of the Highlanders on Earth came from an alien planet.
Huh.
Random out of fucking nowhere, which is funny because, like, the entire concept of the Highlander to begin with was like, they never said anything about alien planets at all in the original Highlander. Everybody on Earth that was immortal were all technically human. They just were immortal for some strange, you know, mysterious reason. No, in Highlander 2: The Quickening, they retconned it and they basically said, no, they're all aliens. And then the entirety of Highlander 2: The Quickening takes place in like this almost alternate universe where, like, you know, it's like a grungy, I don't want to say Sin City because it doesn't get that grungy, but it's like definitely sort of that 80s grungy city sort of feel. And they keep on cutting between, like, you know, sci-fi crap to like stuff that they do in modern times, and they keep on talking about, like, you know, the fact that they're alien beings, and it threw people off so hard because they're like, what the fuck do you mean they're aliens? And so what's funny is that, like, after the movie came out, it was revealed that the person that was writing the movie gave very little shit about what Highlander was. He didn't know what was going on. He just sort of like coasted and wrote whatever the fuck he wanted. And it was so bad that they, in like later cuts of the film, they went and they reworked the plot and cut out all references to the alien stuff. They cut out everything about the planet. Like, they did everything they possibly could to turn it into just a standard Highlander movie. Although it still sucks considering the fact that you've just cut out a gigantic portion of the film, and also none of the scenes really connect with each other, and there's tons of plot holes now. Like, so many more than when, like, they were trying to retcon the fact that they were aliens. Like, it's like disaster of a freaking film. And it's like, it's so bad and so infamous that I own a VHS copy of it. I went and I got the VHS copy because that's the only one that has all of that alien bullshit intact. Because I'm like, I want you for posterity reasons. And so, yeah, so that's basically Highlander 2 and its tragedy. And the sad part about it is that the Highlander series would go on to continue to keep being beaten down by reality, because it seems like nobody had the ability to write a new Highlander story that was any good. Like, they kept on, like, coming up with new ways to bring more immortals into the scene, despite the fact that, like, there should be no more immortals because you killed them all in the first movie. I don't know. It's a dumpster fire of a frickin' series. I'll say that. Like, the only good movie is Highlander 1. Highlander 1, you get to watch Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery sword fight. Go watch that.
That is good to know.
Highlander is an 80s fever dream. That's a pretty good way to explain it, yeah. Like, it's a good movie, but it definitely does feel like really 80s cheese fever dreamy kind of thing. So, If you want any connection with Highlander whatsoever, watch the first film, because that's when it peaked. They couldn't make a movie like that nowadays. They could, but it would definitely be satire. Like, they would be intentionally writing the movie as absolute cheese. So, yeah. And I know that my mom loves the original Highlander movie. And then I showed her Highlander 2, and when the aliens part came up, because she had never seen Highlander 2. When the aliens part came up, she was just like, What? What? How did we get here? God, that's funny. What number was that at? Number 23 on the list of the worst films.
Cheddar to see what number 1 is.
Oh, okay. I'll go. I've never seen or heard of this movie, but it's called Ballistic X versus Server. Does anybody know what the hell that is?
No.
I have no clue what that is, but I know I wasn't really contributing much to this, but I'm going to be hopping on and off. So I'll catch you all around. Goodbye, people of the internet. And oh, by the way, Pierce, a while ago, for movies to watch, I did actually see Hundreds of Beavers.
Oh,
And I loved it. I loved it. It itched a lot of. It hit all the spots that I miss for like old nostalgic humor and whatnot.
Excellent.
So I was like,
I'm really glad.
I wanted to at least relay that. And on that note, here's your present.
Say it.
Thank you. See you later. Okay, I'm gonna read up on what the heck this movie is. Ballistic X versus Server. X versus Sever, rather. Movie came out in 2002. It has a tomato meter of 0%. The popcorn meter is 21%. I don't know what these meters mean exactly. I think it's like... Who the fuck? Anyway, haunted by the mysterious death of his wife, Jeremiah X, played by Antonio Banderas, has become a recluse, but the former FBI manhunter is blackmailed back into service to track down an unstoppable ex-DIA operative codenamed Sever, who is played by Lucy Liu, who has kidnapped the young son of the head of a secret committee of international security agencies. How the hell did this not work out?
It has Antonio Banderas in it too.
It has Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu.
What?
What did you do? What is... Oh my god. All right. Well, okay. Critics' consensus, according to what this says, is a startlingly inept film. This film offers overblown wall-to-wall action without a hint of wit, coherence, style, or originality. Oh no.
Apparently there was also a Game Boy Advance game adaptation, and the game on the GBA was received better than the movie it was based on.
Oh my god.
When you're getting worse
rare.
reviews than your Game Boy adaptation, you know you're in trouble.
Let me see. Who's got like, hold on. I need to go to the critics' reviews and see top critics. There's one person that gave this thing a 4 out of 10 and said, it's not that bad. So, I don't know. And this is a guy that in 2019, so maybe this is, Is there a little bit of like, you know, a weird bias? Like, did people just hate on it for the sake of hating on it? I don't know. Let me see.
Actually, I'm looking at footage of the GBA game. This actually doesn't look bad.
Okay.
Like, it's actually a first-person shooter on the GBA.
Oh,
And
wow.
it runs pretty well.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah. What the heck?
Okay, let me take a look at the review by. Ah, shoot, it doesn't exist anymore. God damn it. Okay. That's what I hate about the internet and the fact that like everything just everything's just like forever burning. You never know when like a link is just gonna be dead. Okay, so the consensus seems to be that there was no characterization. It's basically just all action and nothing else, and they should have left a little bit of room to breathe for like to actually learn about the characters. Ooh, okay, I pulled up the video. Oh, weird. It's got like a Wolfenstein sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
It's kind of the gist of it, yeah. It looks and feels very Wolfensteinish.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for a movie that is like basically nonstop action, quite literally, I could see a video game actually working really well for that concept. So, okay.
Yeah, I think they were just limited by budget and the fact that it was for the Game Boy Advance, but yeah, that looks like a competent FPS on the GBA.
Nice. We've got
I'm
Ebert
honestly
and
impressed.
Roper did a review on it. Let me see if I can. Does this link exist? Does it work? Nope. Nope, it's dead. God damn it.
Dang it.
Washington Post. Nope, it's dead. God, are any of these reviews in existence anymore? All right, I'll go for like a newer one. The page isn't loading. Oh, for fuck's sake. All right. Common Sense Media. Okay. All right. So apparently Common Sense Media does have a page for it. And also, it's one of those things that wants you to pay in order to see the article. Fuck off. This is dumb. I'm not looking any further into this. I'm just gonna go ahead and be like, okay, all action fluff, no interest, no intrigue. All right. Maybe it's not as bad as the critics made it out to be back in the day, but I'm never gonna know because I can't read any of these reviews. Frickin' fine. Phoenix says, when I was young, my family watched the Rocky Horror Picture Show together. Interesting. Very interesting family film. I ended up getting up and leaving halfway through. Not because it was too scary, but because the adult themes made me uncomfortable. Yeah, no, I get you. Like, did they know what they were getting into when they were showing that movie to you? Like, I don't know what age you were, but you say young, so I can't have... Rocky Horror ain't exactly something for, like, a young audience. Yeah, 13. I think you're right on the cusp of, like, not being appropriate for that one. Yeah. Super Baby's Baby Geniuses 2 is also on this list at number 7.
That seems
I can
fair.
believe that. Yeah, no. Good spot. Keep it there. Anything else that I can see here? Max Steel is on this list. I forgot Max Steel was a thing. The Queen's corgi. Oh no. Oh gosh.
Oh, no.
When did the Queen pass away, by the way? What year was that?
2023. That was when Tears of the Kingdom came out. So I think 2023.
Okay. This came out in 2019, so I will not blame this movie on the death of the Queen. But like, I don't know. Oh, The Master of Disguise is on this list. Yep. No, that
Yep.
appropriate to be here. No, I
Yep.
agree.
Turtle.
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 That is the one joke
Turtle.
that has like transcended that movie, and I don't know why.
Not even a joke. It's just a guy saying turtle.
Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Ugh.
Yeah, no, that movie deserves to be on this list. You know what's stupid? I've seen that movie multiple times.
Why?
Once is too much.
Why would you subject yourself to that torture?
I have no idea. I think I was just stupid. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was just stupid. It's not.
mean,
It's
maybe.
not good.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. So here, this is exactly what the critic consensus. It is pretty much exactly what I think. An ill-conceived attempt to utilize Dana Carvey's talent for mimicry. The Master of Disguise is an irritating, witless farce weighed down by sophorific gags. Sophomorphic gags, rather, not sophorific. That's something else entirely. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, Dana Carvey was really well known for doing impressions on, I think, Saturday Night Live, if I remember correctly. And basically, a studio executive went, hey, what if that, but whole movie? And the whole movie, like, the plot, and the characters, and everything that happens in that film, it's just an excuse to fit Dana Carvey into a bunch of different random impressions he can do. That's it.
Yeah, and it's terrible.
It's not good. Not good. Never seen. Phoenix. Oh, wait, a baby says I have never seen Rocky Horror, but I know it's a cult classic because of Tim Curry. Yeah, absolutely. Chat. What should I DoorDash?
Yes.
Taco. I'm just gonna say that taco. I don't know why. My brain is just saying like, oh, number 45. Disaster movie. Ah. How many of you guys know about the legacy of the Scary Movie franchises?
Yep.
Nope.
That is a concept that worked for one string of movies and then never again.
Yep.
Even then, they're movies that you shouldn't ever go back and watch because they're kind of period pieces. Actually, wait, no, that's not the right word. It is definitely movies that were made in their day, and the jokes only line up with that time period. They don't work anywhere else. And any other movie. So specifically, I'm talking about Scary Movies 1 and 3. Like, those are the 3 scary movies that I would say are actually worth watching. Everything else, garbage. Like, pure, complete garbage. Like, they try so hard to be parodies, but at the end of the day, they kind of just make you hate movies in general. Like, it's kind of like their end goal. And hey, there's another movie that's on this list. Epic Movie from the exact same people. Yeah, no, people just got fatigue for these films because they're just like, they're not funny. You're literally just stealing the bits of other movies and then like parading them around like a puppet. Like, that's not funny.
Space Jam 2 levels of humor,
Yeah,
which is, it's not actually humor, it's just references to other things.
yeah. And like, you know, everybody makes fun of Family Guy exactly for that reason. Like, there's no characterization. It's just, hey, cutaway gag, cutaway gag, cutaway gag.
Wow, Lois, this is just like the time that I went over and watched Scary Movie 3.
There's that one time where I got attacked by the ring gal.
There's a very easy way to make the ring not scary.
Does it have something to do with like, physical media becoming redundant?
No, just remember that the main, the actress who played the creepy ghost girl in the U.S. version of The Ring, she also played Lilo in Lilo and Stitch and Chihiro in the English dub of Spirited Away.
Ah, that's kind of fun.
So
I like that.
It's just Lilo, guys. It's fine.
Do you remember when they tried to make the sequel to The Rings, where they digitized the film and tried to shove it into everyone's eyeballs? They basically tried to make this apocalypse level ring nightmare where everyone was going to die.
No, The Ring only works because it's the small scale.
Oh, man. Oh, hey, Meet the Spartans. So they want you to think that this isn't a scary movie, or one of the movies in the movie franchise, because they changed the title. It's different now. No, it's the same stupid schlock. What's funny is that I seem to remember that a friend of mine sat me down to watch Meet the Spartans. I'm still friends with him. For the record. But yeah, no, that movie ain't good. That movie sucks. Oh, Baby Geniuses made it on this list. Okay. Well, I seem to remember that Baby Geniuses was like... I don't know. I watched it a long time ago, so I might be... This might be like child bit brain talking, but like, I just thought it was mid. I wouldn't call it a really bad movie. It's just not good for what it is. Baby Geniuses 2 is terrible. I will fully say. Hey, look, Battlefield Earth. I found it. How many people know Battlefield Earth?
I feel like
I
I've
know
heard
of it.
about
I didn't actually sit down and watch it.
I haven't sat down and watched it either, but I have seen synopsises about it. Isn't Battlefield Earth based off of like Scientology or something?
It's made by John Travolta, who is a Scientologist, and I think that the story that it's based on was written by L. Ron Hubbard, who founded Scientology, but I don't think it's specifically based on any, I'm using the biggest air quotes imaginable, scripture that Scientology has.
Okay, well, close
I'm
enough,
gonna
I
go to
guess.
bed.
Oh,
I'm really
okie dokie.
tired.
Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good night.
Yeah. Bye-doop. If I remember, so there were a lot of people that were calling Battlefield Earth Dutch Angle the movie.
Yes.
Every scene has Dutch angles.
See,
It's like-
it's not the movie's fault. When they were filming, the tripod that the camera was on, one of the legs was just broken. And so, I'm just making that up. I honestly don't know. But
No. I like this concept. There was a broken tripod. Every single time they tried to set it up, they put the broken end of the tripod on a different side. So
Yep.
it kept on tilting from this side to this side to this side to this side.
Yep. And then the one time that they managed to fix the tripod, they set it down in the dirt, and then it sank into the dirt and tilted again.
Yeah. No, I like this.
Yeah.
I'm calling this canon.
Yep.
All right, I'm not gonna
Yes.
go through too much of more of this list here. I'm just gonna pick a few specific things that I can recognize, and then we'll call it.
Okay.
Oh, the Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie. What?
Yep.
What's this doing here? Anyway.
Terrible movie. Doesn't deserve your attention.
Wow, War of the Worlds is on here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, wait, the War
I
of the
know
Worlds for
this one.
2025. I never saw that.
The one with Ice Cube.
Yeah. Okay, no, that makes sense. Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay. Gotcha. Boy, dude, number 76 on a like world's worst like movie list, and you only came out last year. That's an achievement.
Impressive.
Well done.
That's an impressive achievement brought to you by Amazon.
Oh god. I was not aware that there was wait. There was a Vanilla Ice movie?
What?
Yeah, there's a movie called Cool as Ice, and it stars Johnny Vanilla, a guy named Johnny who's just literally just Vanilla Ice. Rebellious rapper whose ice cold heart thaws when he sets eyes on Christian Minter, aka Christian Minter. What? The heck? Not good. It's got like a 43% on the popcorn meter, and like a 3% on the actual splatometer. Really badly want to make a horror-related story with Winnie the Pooh. So much you could do to make it eerie. Yeah, but like, it's kind of obvious though. That's the problem. Like.
Also, the Winnie the Pooh series already did that. Go play Piglet's Big Game.
Absolutely. What else we got on here? I want to see something that. Oh God. Hey, you remember when I was talking about bad movies that were made by the Scary Movie team? Vampires suck. Do you
I
remember
that one.
Twilight?
It's all about how the Twilight was the big fad at the time, and
What a freaking like. It's practically a grift. I'm gonna be real.
Mhm.
Like their
Yeah.
shit is almost just straight up a grift. And there's a reason why they show up so often in this list, because they deserve it. Oh, Mortal Kombat Annihilation is on this list. Deserved, honestly. I've seen Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and like, I have a little bit of a bias because I do like Mortal Kombat. But I do agree that the Mortal Kombat Annihilation was significantly worse than the first movie that came out. Didn't help that they ended up losing a bunch of the cast and had to completely recast a bunch of folks. Although, I will say, the characterization of, not Shao... Was it Shao Kahn? Yeah, Shao Kahn. The characterization of Shao Kahn was actually on point. I'm be real. The Last Airbender. There it is.
Shyamalan one.
Yep, the M. Night Shyamalan one. The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Oh, what's Eddie Murphy doing nowadays? Is he okay? What's he been up to? I haven't heard of him in a long time. And I think this is where we're going to end it off. Mac and Me.
Yep.
I don't know a heck of a lot about Mac and Me. Young extraterrestrial separated from its family, stranded on Earth, finds friendship with a boy in a wheelchair. I've seen video clips of the Mac and Me, and like, it looks. It looks like a joke, like a full-on complete joke. Critic consensus: Mac and Me is duly infamous, not only for its pale imitation of E.T., Also, it's a thinly veiled feature-length commercial for McDonald's and Coca-Cola. Yeah. I don't know. Am I weird for, like, liking completely, like... There's a part of me that really likes just shameless product plugs. Ones where you can almost feel the star winking at you while they're drinking the cola. Alrighty.
I guess there's that one bit, and I think Austin Powers where the guy eats the Pizza Hut.
Oh, God, I haven't thought about... See, so I remember I watched all 3 of the Austin Powers films when they were initially out. And there was a tiny portion of my brain that was like, I kind of would like to go watch those again. Maybe for a watch party. And then almost immediately my brain went, no.
Yeah, because those movies are not safe for anyone.
Well, I wouldn't say they're not safe for anyone. I would say that, like, it's another one of those product of its time things that, like, it was good at the moment, but then, like... Well, okay, I don't even want to say it's good at the moment. Like, it was really campy, stupid comedy that actually wasn't clever in any way, shape, or form. And, like, the jokes kind of, like... It's like you could see if you could see a joke from a mile away, this movie is basically that. You know? Like, it's like if you had joke radar, you'd be able to read that shit from across the planet. I mean, you know, they had that one joke about the long, smooth rocket that looked like someone's... Kind of waiting for a tag in there. Johnson! Yes, sir? I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
Anyways.
It is fun.
It's like, you know what? Here's the thing. I like a stupid comedy sometimes. Like, you're talking to the guy who, like, I genuinely do think I want to watch Dumb and Dumber one of these days here. And that is, like, the peak of stupid comedy. But, like, I think there's also taste involved with it as well, though. And Austin Powers had no taste. Like, no class.
Yeah.
Like, there's a... Like... I don't know. A lot of dumb sex jokes. I don't know. I feel like they don't fit very well in modern society. Anyway.
I do think that the joke about Godzilla is still funny, though.
Yeah.
Run! It's Godzilla!
It's Godzilla!
It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not.
Still we should run like it is Godzilla!
No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. I do
like
like...
They scream and they run away, and the best part is that in the background you could see Charmander from Pokemon just completely, like, normal. Like, no one's complaining about Charmander.
Yeah, I remember that part, too. I was just
That's
like,
great.
Hey, Charmander!
That's just great.
Are there any other, like, jokes from Austin Powers that I remember were, like, decent? Oh, God. It's so tough to say. So much.
Most of the jokes are just dirty jokes.
Oh, actually, wait, I remember one. There was the scene where they just thaw out Austin Powers in the first movie after he's been cryogenically frozen. And they tell him that, like, you know, Austin, the war is over. And he's just like, well, good. Maybe those, you know, those stupid American bastards that, like, you'll get what's coming to them. And then they're just like, actually, I think, like, limey bastards is what he said. And he's just like, Austin, we won. And then he's just like...
And then he's like, oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Oh, boy. Yeah, 3 cheers for capitalism. Yeah.
That one was pretty good.
Like, I like that one. That was pretty clever.
I also like Dr. Evil escaping into Giant Bob's Big Boy.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. I mean,
That was pretty great, too.
any of the sequences with Dr. Evil in them was, like, kind of comedy gold. To a certain point. There were certain Dr. Evil segments that were just like, Ew, why? Why would you do this to us?
$1
But, like-
million.
$1 million. That's such a small amount for our age. $1
Yep.
billion. Oh, it also did the thing where
Beautiful.
like it recycled jokes between movies. So they brought that exact same joke back, except they flipped it on Seer. Like, where he was just like, $1 billion. And they're like, ha, nobody's got $1 billion in this economy. Who the heck are you trying to get money from, buddy? And he's just like, I don't care how you get it, just get it.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Oh, I also have a soft spot for that one scene where I forget what his name is. You know, they drop the dude in the furnace.
Yep.
It's such a stupid scene, but I love it so much. It's just like,
Mhm.
and then just like he won't burn, so they just send a guy in there to shoot him. It's like, fuck it. You shot me right in the arm. Why did you do it? He just won't die. Oh, and that's another joke that they decided to bring back in the second film for no reason. I'm just like, oh, come on, really?
Yep.
Anyway, now again, Austin Powers has some decent jokes, but like, it's really weighed down by a lot of the shit that just doesn't fly nowadays.
Yeah, I don't think you could get away with making a movie like Austin Powers now.
Probably not. No. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna start winding down the stream here. I'm gonna head over. Oh, question: do we have any? Do we have anybody that we could raid? I'm gonna check that real quick. Probably not. It's a little bit late in the night. Let me see. Well, we do have Markatoto currently streaming at the moment. What's he up to? Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Ooh. Intrigue. Okay. We could probably just go ahead and raid out to Markatoto then.
Sounds good.
Here, just make sure that it's spelled properly because I don't want to accidentally send you to like some random dude.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Alrighty. We're all set to raid out, but before we finish up, again, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what my plans are for the next week here. Now, again, I'm rescheduling the Wednesday stream, and we're putting off Sonic for, like, just a little while longer. I'm planning on playing it sometime soon, don't worry. But I really want to play Little Gator game first, like the DLC. I have been looking forward to this for a long time, and I am so excited for it. So we are moving Wednesday stream up to Thursday, so expect a Thursday stream next week. And then I'll dive back into some more Silk Song, where I'll do like resource management and resource gaining, and then we'll come back here on Sunday and we'll talk about stuff. Probably stuff related to Valentine's Day, because, you know, that'll be fresh on people's minds. And that will about do it. Any final things you want to say before we go, Pierce?
Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you had a really awesome time, and I look forward to see you guys next time. And have a fantastic night and a fantastic week, and take care.
I did misspell Markatoto. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're actually rating now. I know, couldn't say it better
Yay.
myself. Anyway, I'm gonna take off. Thanks for coming in and talking, Pierce. This has been fun.
Yep, it's been cool. See you
Okey-dokey.
later, everybody.
Have a good one, folks. Good night.